So I'm back here at the RSPCA Millbrook, which has got a huge amount of animals here being cared for over the Christmas period, which is really sad. And I'm here to meet my wonderful friend Ali, who's recently been telling me all about a gorgeous dog called Floyd. Now, I don't know a huge amount about this dog. I know he's been here for a little while. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna bring some Christmas cheer, I'm gonna wear the hat, I'm gonna bring the sack, and hopefully meet some lovely dogs.
Hi, man.
Hello, mate. How you going? Guess what I've come as?
Santa.
Well, actually, I've got a sack. I've got speaking of,
I've got
but before I've got a little present for you.
Oh no. Oh no! I'm afraid I have to wear regulation RSPCA uniform.
Oh, do you
want me
now?
to wear that?
We can wear that over the top. So I'm really looking forward to meeting this boy. Oh, that looks good. It actually suits you. It doesn't really fit me. I've got a massive head.
I've got a tiny head.
Oh, yeah. Well, lucky you. So tell me about this guy, because you've mentioned to me about Floyd quite a number of times,
Yeah,
and
quite a few
I think he's been here a while, hasn't he?
It'll be his 6th Christmas, Scott. 6th.
No.
And at 3rd Christmas, I thought it won't be 4, and at 4th, I thought it won't be 5, and now it's
Bless
6.
him.
I love him.
Oh my gosh. So what's his story?
Floyd came in with a number of other dogs as part of a case that went on for quite a while, and then COVID got in the middle of that as well. So the case went on for ages and ages. All the other dogs in that group have been rehomed, except him. So he's still here, and so that's why I wanted to meet him and see what he's all about.
Yeah, and is there any kind of obvious reason as to why he's been so unlucky in love?
When he first came in, he was 9 months old, and they hadn't been well looked after, so he was quite lively.
Right. Is he a big boy?
He's quite a big boy.
Okay.
He's a big bull lurcher.
Ah, okay, all right.
Okay, so he's big and he's strong, and at 9 months old, he was
So
pretty
not for the
lively.
faint-hearted?
No.
Okay.
And then he was kennelled in here. You know, it is a noisy environment. I think he's done an amazing job, really, in 5 or 6 years, because it's very noisy, it's very stressful. They don't get as much sleep as they need, and all of that kind of stuff. So he came in very lively, you know, nearly clearing 10-foot fences. He's quite a handful, 2 people sometimes. But he was 9 months old and he was bewildered. And then over time, he calmed down. So we used to have special routes for him to avoid other dogs. He's much better with other dogs now. It took him a while to get to know people as well, because again, quite often when they've been treated quite badly, they're not as trusting.
Yeah.
But that's not true anymore either. So shall I go get him?
Yeah.
I'll go get the boy.
Let's do it.
See you in a bit.
So it's just so sad to hear, isn't it? Floyd's 6 Christmases. Now, even though the team here are amazing and they're so dedicated, they make all of the animals here feel loved and wanted and cared for, this boy doesn't have a home. And he was out in Foster doing brilliantly well, but of course, eventually they do have to come back here until they're rehomed properly. So it'll be really lovely to meet Floyd. I hope he likes me, and I hope he likes what we've got him. I think it's really important to note that with all rescue animals, don't take that first meeting as how they are always, because, you know, it's like sometimes you meet people and you don't like them, and then they become your best friends. And other people you get on with like a house on fire, and then you realise they're not very nice. So actually, I think first impressions don't always count when it comes to rescues. You need to meet them a few times, get used to them, let them get used to you, and let them show their true colours. Because I think after being in rescue for a period of time, it can affect them, and getting them out and into a more normal environment just allows them to just behave like a normal dog. And I think that's the true animal that you're going to rescue. Yeah, you're rubbing me, you're putting your scent all over me. Yeah.
He's very rarely like this with somebody straight away, and we're always a little bit cautious because he is so big.
Yeah.
And he does tend to leap, so he tends to catch people with the muzzle. So for me, this is just, I mean, it makes me want to well up a bit because he's being so lovely, and he's never met you before.
Wonder
I mean,
if it's the hat.
Maybe it is the hat. Maybe we should make everybody wear a Santa hat.
Maybe he just really likes Christmas, you know?
Maybe you're a bit of an animal person, you know? Have
Maybe
you ever thought about that?
I think it's the hat. And so is that the kind of major issue with him, that he just is a little skeptical of the new person and just doesn't then get that initial warm feeling from people so people don't overlook him.
Yeah.
Right.
That and the fact that, you know, he is a big, strong, he's still relatively young. I mean, he's grown up here, so he was 9 months old when he came in. He's only 6.
But it's
so
so
he's
heartbreaking that he's middle-aged and he still hasn't had a home.
It's the only home he's ever known.
To be realistic, I think we always need to point out where there are challenges with dogs when they need to find that forever home. So what are the challenges that this dog faces when it comes to finding a new home?
Well, initial meet and greet, because it's
Yeah.
going to take a while, and he's not immediately affectionate, although you've been the exception. His bark is pretty shrill. He's not great with all new dogs,
Okay.
but I think the foster home's been a bit of a revelation because there's
Yeah.
been other dogs coming in and out of there, and so I think given time, he could adjust to most situations. And his size, I mean, this is
Yeah.
always going to go
Right.
against him.
So
Because
do you find that the bigger the dog, the longer the length of time they're here at the centre?
For sure. I mean, you know, they cost more to look after just in food alone. You know, they're generally you need to be stronger to handle them.
And they need that bit more space as well, of course, you know, the little doggy.
I mean, the one thing I haven't said, which is the obvious thing, he's a bull lurcher, so he is muzzled all the time for wildlife.
Right.
So that is also another reason that some people overlook the lurchers because they're
see.
terrified of, you know, what might happen out
It's
and about.
kind of the way they look initially. It's like, you know, immediately they go, oh, Hannibal Lecter. Whereas actually they're doing that just because they're kind of reactive and they like, you know, they see things that move and they're like, oh.
Yes, I mean, he's a sight hound ultimately, so
Yeah.
he's going to chase.
Yes.
So again, for some people, a dog that has to be walked on the lead all the time isn't always what they're looking for. Yeah, so despite the fact that he's a big guy, he walks really nicely on the lead. We can give it a go if you like.
Have a little wander.
Have a little wander.
Absolutely. Come on, then.
Come on then.
Boy. Well, because he's been so good on the lead, he's definitely made his way onto the good list, I
He's
think.
been a good boy all year.
Yes.
Haven't you, darling?
So as a result, that means he definitely gets a present, doesn't it, buddy? But can we, before we do that, can we just remove this, please?
Of course we can.
We've become friends now, haven't we? Hello, baby.
Oh, no.
Hello, beautiful. And it's kind of heartbreaking, isn't it, really? Because you come at Christmas and you want to have the family all around, but actually it's not a great time to rehome pets. And I think it's just because there's so much going on. There's so many variables. You've got all the family, you've got all these decorations up, it's the noise, and you've got food everywhere. There's so many reasons that a rescue dog would either feel stressed or make a wrong step.
Yep.
And then it's like, oh no, well then they're not a good dog for me. It's like, no, they are a good dog for you. You've just chosen them at the wrong time.
Yeah. I think you've got to bring a dog home when you can establish a routine.
Yes.
And you can't do that at Christmas because Christmas is the one time of year where routine goes completely out the window. So
Yeah, that's it. What's in there? What's in? What's this? What's this? Ooh, look! Is that for you? That's it.
there we go.
Hey,
I think that's
good
a winner.
Boy. Oh, he likes it. Maybe should we let him off? Can he be let off the lead to play?
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh my God. Oh no, the monkey's been eviscerated. Oh no. Oh my God, that poor monkey. What did he do to you? This is why he needs a muzzle on when he's around wildlife.
Correct.
Yes.
Did that relieve some stress?
What
Did
happened?
it? Did it?
Floyd's just had his monkey
job,
and
good
immediately,
job.
well, murdered it. But you know what? It's his toy and he can
Find
do
it.
what he wants this Christmas. It must be so nice to have him outside in the fresh air and giving him treats and things. But actually, his life in kennels, he's not such a fan of, right?
No. I mean, I am constantly amazed that any of them cope for any length of time in there because it's noisy and stressful and dogs come and go all the time. But he's coped remarkably well. I mean, he's had no choice either, but no, it's not nice. He spends too many hours in there.
Yeah.
He's got an army of people that love him and we come in and walk him and we try and do work with him. I do scent work with him. He's brilliant at that. He'll find a treat almost anywhere. But they do spend, you know, hours and hours, 20 hours a day in the kennels. Just waiting for attention or play or a walk.
Yeah. And does he find, do you think, the noises and the other dogs stressful?
Yeah, I think all of them find it quite stressful
Of
unless
course.
they're deaf.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even then they can smell it, right? So,
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
a lot of change and a lot of noise and a lot of coming and going.
And they pick up on the other dog's anxiety as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So it's just a big anxiety cloud that sits over a rescue, despite every best effort to try and make
Yeah.
it as nice as possible.
Because he's been here so long, the dogs around him have changed.
Yeah.
So he's had to deal with all of that as well, the comings and goings of new neighbours. I think he's done remarkably well, really.
It's true to say that that's exposed a weakness in my present giving, and that this may have been better thought through, and that this is maybe more of a toy for less of a sight hound, less of a strong
Strong
boy,
boy, yeah.
maybe a smaller, more relaxed dog, because it's now become a puppet.
Still useful as a toy, though.
It is, it is. He's going to still love it, but now he's just emptied it out. Just notice while he's running around, he just seems to be a little bit lame on that left foreleg.
Yeah, slightly. He's probably just done a bit too much running around. He's got like the nail missing on one of his toes.
Okay. Did he pull it out traumatically, did he?
I don't know, but
Okay.
I probably
Okay.
in some tomfoolery.
Yes.
But it's just a little bit sore, and I think he just tried to clean it himself
Okay,
over
well,
there.
let's have a little look. I mean, it's hardly a Christmas gift to get an examination from the vet, but if he's uncomfortable, let's have a little look.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's actually just cracked the top, so the nail at the bottom is still there, but the top, it's gone.
It's okay. No, nobody. Good
Yeah,
job.
and that's
I know.
proud flesh there, so I would definitely be giving him some antibiotics to avoid that become an ascending infection and they can get osteomyelitis in the bone. And also, it's a bit sore, so I would say definitely some anti-inflammatory. So I can prescribe all that for you, hey, for Christmas. Does that sound nice? Hey, you can have that with your Christmas, your Christmas food, your turkey. Well, I think as far as meeting him as a stranger, it's gone quite well.
Gone really well.
And it's very much part of the process of finding him that forever home, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wish his forever home could be with me.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think that about a lot of them, but he's pretty special to me. I've known him nearly 6 years. But I've already got a tricky dog at home, so two
Yes.
tricky dogs.
Yes, and Rita's quite a big girl as
She
well.
is. I can't take him.
Yeah.
So we are looking for a home for him. And we do all we can to try and encourage that. He's, as I say, foster is the best thing for any of these dogs because we can learn so much more about how they are in a home,
Yeah.
which then informs us to be able to tell other people how they're going to be in a home.
And maybe suffers some of the edges, like if he has behaved in certain ways that maybe people go, oh, and then actually in a foster home, those behaviours haven't been seen.
And that's
then-
exactly what's happened with him.
Yeah.
So I do think the kennel stresses him in a way, and the noises in the kennel stress him in a way that he doesn't get in a quiet home.
Yeah.
Because he's been very relaxed in the home, and he lives with another dog there, and he sleeps well.
It's interesting, isn't it, that he's been here for 6 years, but just in a foster home for such a short period of time, and he has shown a different side of his personality.
Absolutely, because they can relax there. I mean, we've all got our own theories, but there's a routine there. It's different, but they get a chance to do what dogs need to do, which is rest.
Yeah.
They need a lot more sleep than people often think that they do. And he hasn't got any of that noise and interaction and change going on all around him, which he has in kennels. Having said that, they do an amazing job in the kennels here. I'm always advocating them. I'm always telling you, but they try
Well, you
and do.
work here on Christmas Day as well, don't you?
I'd be here every day if I could
Oh
be.
my gosh, but it's just such dedication to work through that festive period and doing it for the animals that you love. I think it's amazing, and it's obviously rubbing off on him. I'm sure. Well, I can tell that he appreciates it greatly.
Well, I'd like to think that he knows who I am, and he knows that I love him.
And so, if it was down to you, what would be his perfect home? What would it look like? Let's bring it into being.
It would have a big garden,
Okay.
because when he goes, he really can cover some ground.
Yeah.
With some quite high fencing.
Okay. Yes.
It would
He's
be
a little bit like a reindeer in that way, really, isn't he? He's,
or a pony.
jumps a 10-foot fence and happens to have a sleigh behind him, that's all. So he'd be great if Santa needed a dog. So someone with a big garden and maybe someone who has experience with dogs.
So it needs to be somebody that's confident to walk him on a lead.
Yes.
I mean, I often have to say no other dogs in the house, but I wouldn't even say that about him if he was given time to get to know them, because
Yes.
He's pretty good with some dogs. So I think when he lives with them, he can build a relationship.
Yeah, so a big garden, experienced dog owner, possibly not kids, because maybe he's just that little bit bouncy and exuberant, you might knock him over.
Yeah, he can get excited quite quickly.
Well, I wish I had a perfect home in here for you, mate. But fingers crossed, hey?
I wish you had about 400 sacks of perfect homes.
Yes, yes. Well,
I
let's
know.
make that our Christmas wish.
I know.
Yes.
People should rescue, shouldn't they?
We should.
They could get a baby like you. They could.
Yeah.
They could.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yep, you can't go anywhere near those cats, sweetheart. No, I know. You interested?
It's been so lovely to hang out with Ali as always, but also to meet beautiful Floyd. What a lovely dog, and just such a sad story that he's spent half of his life potentially here in rescue. And although this is a wonderful place at Millbrook, it's not the same as a loving forever home. But hopefully with all of the hard work put in by these dedicated welfare warriors, this boy will find a home. It won't be for Christmas, but he's got some treats now, and hopefully Santa will bring in his actual sack a loving forever home. Merry Christmas, everyone! Yes, decorating day, baby. Let's do this. Hey, Nathan, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah? I brought Christmas has arrived officially at the Chopper Vet. Here we are. Where should Santa go? We can pop you over there, mate. There you go, take a load off. Do you know what though? I really think that he could do the reindeer because he's actually quite heavy. Here we go. Do you want a Christmas tree? Have a Christmas tree there.
Thank you.
There we go. I've just got my sack, so I'll just pop that over my shoulder. So that looks great.
Yeah,
love it.
It's getting there. I've got a few more bits to do. But I have got something else to show you.
Okay. Yeah, great.
So step this way.
Ooh, very exciting. Is it a present of sorts? So what have we got?
So look up there.
Hey, look! Ah, you mentioned this back in the summer, the reindeer, look at them.
Back at the very start, so wouldn't it look great to have reindeer on there? And this is a fantastic ledge for Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think you could fit like a reindeer on there?
Yes! Oh my God, yes! Oh my God, that would be so good. Like a whole thing that runs across.
And I've managed to find these, which I think are absolutely perfect.
Yeah, they look amazing. Oh my gosh, it really feels like Christmas now, doesn't it? So nice, the lights, the ridiculous doorbell, and the reindeer. But you know what? I really think that to make this Christmas complete, that we should go and see some actual reindeer.
What, like actual reindeer?
Yeah. So just around the corner, Chobham Adventure Farm, place where my kids love to go. They've just got their reindeers in. So come on, let's finish our decorating and head off and see them, shall we? Come on, let's go and see them.
That's an incentive.
Yeah! Rudolph, baby!
Oh wow, they look amazing.
Oh, what do you think? Oh my gosh, who's this little cutie?
This is Ginger.
Hello, Ginger. Oh my gosh, look how cute you are. Like a little ginger nut biscuit, aren't you gorgeous? Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Well look, I can't hang out with you because we're looking at reindeer, but you know what? I think we should just put you in there to get you all nice and warm. There we go, ready? Oh, there we go. Who would want that Santa sack for Christmas? Come on. Hey, look how cute you are. Hey. Oh, you feel all warm now. Did you have a little dental? Did you? Hey? You're so cute. All right. You go to Auntie Abby. All right, we got to go and see some reindeer. All right. Merry Christmas. Come on, Nate. Let's go see some reindeer. Woo!
Have fun.
We'll send you some photos.
Brilliant.
Right, well, it's Christmas, so we need to be generous. We can't go empty-handed.
So what are you going to get?
I don't know. What do they like?
First time I've been shopping for reindeer, I have to be honest with you.
Okay. I'm going to go with carrots because I know they like them, but celery's all yours.
Thanks.
All right, let's go see the reindeer. Let's go.
I'm a bit nervous about this.
Yeah? Well, we'll see what we're actually going to be doing.
You know, Scott Miller in charge of Santa's reindeers.
No, who knows what can happen. Come on, Nate. All your Christmases have come at once. Look.
Wow, I am excited.
Reindeer Lodge, let's do it. Oh, look at this. Oh, elves only.
Oh.
Here we go.
I'll leave you to that.
Wow. Aren't they beautiful? Hi, you must be Amy.
Hi, it's
Hi.
nice to meet you.
Hi,
How
nice
you
to meet you. And this
doing?
is
Hi.
Nathan.
Nathan,
Hi.
nice to meet you.
Nice to
Coming
meet
through.
you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
The reindeers have hit the building.
Aren't they magical?
Who have we got here?
So we've got 4 reindeer here. We've got 3 girls and a boy calf. This is, of course, Rudolph. This
Yes.
is our biggest one.
Uh-huh.
And this is her calf. This is Flurry. And then we've got Dasher and Dancer down here. We haven't got all of them, of course, because, you know, some of them need to come in, relax, take some R&R before they hit the big night on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
So,
And hopefully they're going to have a bath because I've got to be honest, they've got quite a strong whiff to them, don't they?
they do. They do.
They're quite
They
pungent.
do. It is,
Who
they
knew?
are quite
Who knew,
pungent.
Nate?
They are quite pungent.
Did you know that reindeers were pungent?
Well, I thought it was you.
No, no. I smell of what's that stuff that you put on the stove?
Mulled wine?
Yes. That. Good. And interestingly, you've got 3 females and a male.
Yep.
Obviously, everyone's told that reindeers are all male,
Yes.
certainly the ones that pull Santa's sleigh, but in this case, clearly not.
Complete and utter myth. So typically males will lose their antlers round about November, and then they'll start to fully grow and be completely done round about August. But females will lose their antlers in about February. Rudolph here has got a nice set of solid antlers, which you can see her calf next to her. He's still got his velvet on, and the velvet helps grow and make these antlers nice and strong. And that's exactly what the females use their antlers for, is chasing each other off.
Yeah, I mean, Rudolph has got a really impressive set of antlers
Yeah,
there,
so
haven't you, sweetheart?
she's got about 10
Yes.
points, and each year she'll lose them, and they'll grow back about half an inch a day.
Okay,
So,
half an inch a day?
Yeah.
Wow.
So over the week, that's almost 3 inches. So
Jeez.
they're pretty heavy.
Great.
So she's figured out that actually, because they're slightly scooped, she can very lightly tap us on the bottom and just move us along if we're not quick enough
Encourage you
with our
out
food.
of the reindeer
Yeah.
pen. I see. Oh, she's amazing. Can we go in and meet them?
Absolutely,
I did bring some
yeah.
food. I don't know if it's appropriate. You can tell
No,
us.
absolutely. We've got some food to feed them. Yeah, come on through. Okay, so let you guys in first. Now, if you just simply push past.
Fast, yes.
And yeah, step back, sweetheart. Good girl. There we go. Off to you, Nathan. And come in. Okay.
Absolutely no table manners. It's like you on Christmas Day, Nate. The turkey's going to get it.
Get your head out the bucket. Look, get your head out the
Oh, I've
bucket.
got to break this. Are you here? Do you want to try and chew that off my head? There you go.
Look. Good girl. See? No, see?
And
Don't
their
stop.
fleeces are just amazing. So thick and so insulative,
So
clearly.
these guys are built to survive.
Yeah.
They're built for the cold weather. So they've got a double thick coat. So the hair underneath is super, super woolly, which is for insulation to keep them warm. And then the top one is hollow.
You can use some
So
of that.
it's like
of
polar bear hair, or even a husky's coat as well.
celery?
You can try her on celery. I'm not too sure what she'll do with it, but we can give it a go.
I think they'll spit out a Brussels sprout, as will I. Disgusting things. No.
Oh, yeah, no.
Can I have that instead? No. Oh.
Turns out celery wasn't on the reindeer's Christmas list. But the carrots, on the other hand, are going down a treat.
Rudolph's nose only glows on Christmas Eve.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because otherwise it's too much energy for her to keep it glowing.
Yeah,
as well.
that would be exhausting.
Yeah, exactly.
She's got to save her energy for their flight.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And health-wise, I mean, what sort of things do you have to do to keep them healthy and get them ready for the big flight on Christmas Eve?
It's lots to do with nutrition. Lots to do with nutrition. So they're on a pellet at the moment, and then we give them lots of straw and hay. We bulk them up. We make sure they've got lots of energy, lots of fibre. Yes, I know you want more. I know. And then obviously, leaving some carrots out for Christmas Eve as well helps.
Yeah.
And that's loaded with sugar, it's loaded with some fuel, and then on those long flights that will really help them too.
Yeah.
Because that's important.
She is such an impressive creature, isn't she?
They're amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Not just at Christmas.
No, a reindeer is for life, not just for Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as it's Christmas and we've met the reindeers, I need you to tell me every single reindeer's name.
Vixen!
No,
Okay.
You can't look at the size, that's cheating. Go
All
on.
right. Rudolph, Cupid, Prancer, Dancer, Vixen, Donna, Blitzen. That's pretty good, isn't it? Is there any more? The other ones went on holiday. No, Eenie, Miny, and Mo. How'd it go? Let's see. Rudolph Dasher. Rudolph Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen, Flurry. Flurry?
Yeah, Flurry's the new one.
Rudolph's calf, of course.
Right,
He'll be
yes.
taking over when Rudolph finally retires.
Amazing. Well, Nath, I think the reindeers you put up at the practice, they're pretty special, but the real deal is something else, right?
There's no competition, is there really?
So cute and so fluffy. So nice.
Oh.
Very beautiful. I think now we've met the reindeer that I'm really feeling festive now. I think Christmas has definitely entered the building. I think it's upon us.
Definitely. Yeah, what more iconic creature can you get at Christmas?
I know.
Santa's reindeer, wow.
And now I've got someone next door who can eat the Brussels sprouts that I don't want to. That's good. Good to know. Good to know. Beautiful Rudolph. So if you've enjoyed the video and you want to just subscribe or like, that would be awesome. While I'm helping more rescues and more reindeers here on Rescue Vet. Bye for now. Merry Christmas. So today I'm at a really wonderful place. It is the Dogs Trust. Now you may remember this is the wonderful place where I got hold of my beautiful Mango, my rescue dog, but also to help some of the animals here, do some vet checks, those sorts of things. But this time round, I've brought a whole bunch of goodies for a really special idea that they do here at the Dogs Trust and many others over the UK. So I'm here to just, check it out, to bring some things along and to learn a bit more. Hello! Oh, Merry Christmas! I'm losing all my sack. I didn't bring my sack, which is very silly. Hello, you must be Rachel.
Yes, I am. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, I'm good.
Take some
Feel free, yes.
Take those two.
Replenishing the coppers there.
Much. Oh, everything's full.
Okay. Slightly dented, but it'll be still yummy.
Yes, it'll taste the same. This is amazing, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, this is just such a lovely initiative that you've got going on,
Yeah.
which is the food bank.
Yes.
So how long has it been going on for?
We've had our food bank here probably about a year and a half now, and it's accessible for anyone and everyone to use whenever they need it. So yeah, it's just a great way to keep dogs in their homes rather than them coming into us. It's better that they stay in their homes with the people that love them, and you know, as much as we can provide, whether that's harnesses, food, bowls, anything that they need, they can just come in and grab it.
Such a necessary service. We've obviously been through COVID and then the international financial crisis, which
Yes.
meant that a lot of people were struggling to feed themselves, let alone feed their animals.
Yeah.
But you provide all of this free of charge because, as you say, it's so
Yes.
much better that these animals are kept in their loving home
Yeah.
and not going into rescue, which we know is already completely
yeah.
overrun.
Yeah, and we have seen an increase in dogs coming into our care anyway, so anything that we can do, even if it's just a small help to keep that dog in the home, is so important to us, because we'd much rather them, as again, stay with their family if they can.
And what does it mean to the people that come in here? Because it must be hard, and particularly at Christmas time, you know, it's a time of plenty and people being generous.
Yeah.
How do people respond to this service?
Our food bank generally has been quite popular. We go through times where everything's basically taken, and we're always looking for more donations, or if we have extra food to give out to families. So obviously there is a massive need for it. So I think people are just kind of grateful that there is a place that they can come. Because, you know, there's often a lot of like people food banks and stuff, but people don't always think about pets as well, and pets are a massive part of your family. So you want to be able to provide for them too.
What's quite lovely about how you've set your food bank up is that there doesn't seem to be that added stigma, like there's no forms to sign, there's no, I suppose, financial hoops to jump through. Instead, it's like, if you have need, you can just come in and take what you do need.
Yeah, it's literally no questions asked. You can come in, you don't have to talk to us. You can take whatever you need, however much you need, and you can come as often as you need. If you want to talk to us again, you can, but you don't have to. Again, we just want to keep dogs in their homes if possible. If they're in a loving home, then that's what we want to do, because, you know, the dog's best place is with their family.
Yeah. All right, shall we start packing things away a little bit? So
yes, we can put some of these on our shelves.
Okay, so we've got like some treats and things. Should I just pop them there?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Because you've got a lot of different things, haven't you? So obviously for puppies as well, like the puppy pads and grooming stuff as well, stuff for teeth.
Yes.
And then, and it's so useful, isn't it, to have things for travel harnesses and etc. to keep them nice and safe, and bowls at the bottom as well.
Yeah, and we've got our coats as well, especially in the winter months. Coat, sometimes people don't think it's a necessity, but for certain dogs and certain dog breeds, they will get cold in the winter months. So they can come in, and if there's not something on here, then we're more than happy to try find if we've got something in our storeroom. So.
Yeah, well, not every dog is a husky, are they? So you know, it does get cold, and they do need that bit of insulation. And of course, we want animals to be exercised and brought outside, and the positivity that brings people's mindsets as well. So anything you can encourage them all to get outside together and enjoy the great outdoors. There we go. So we've got some treats, water bottles as well. I mean, literally, there's everything here that you could possibly need, and it's just such a wonderful service, because I'm sure as well the people that actually give this, it's that whole thing, isn't it, about the joy of giving?
Yeah, exactly.
And people, particularly at Christmas, must be pretty thankful that they can provide and help for other people that maybe don't have quite as much as Christmas.
Yeah, and we couldn't do this without the donations from the public as well, and the people that can provide for other people. So we're super grateful that people do use our service and provide for our service too.
So for people that do or don't have pets at home, what is an ideal shopping list that they should do in order to help support this food bank?
So we're always looking for unopened bags of food, because obviously if it's opened, we don't know what's in there or if it's been exposed to anything else. So we're always looking for unopened bags of food. Any treats, if your dog has worn a harness in the past and they're not wearing that harness anymore, we're more than happy to take it and pass that on. Anything grooming equipment, but mainly food is our big ask.
Yeah, I've just seen behind you there, you've got dog beds as well, because I was thinking that, like, when you get different dogs and then you lose your dog, the dog bed just sits there, and what a waste that is to go straight to landfill when other dogs could be very comfortable in them. With a good wash, they're all good to go.
Yeah, lots of people do come and donate their old dogs, like items, whether that's toys, beds and everything, and we're super grateful because obviously then another dog gets to have joy from that, which is a lovely way to kind of, you know, have a legacy for their dog.
Yeah. Well, it's lovely. I mean, this is just such a useful service. You can just see there's so many things here that maybe, you know, aren't too expensive for some people, but are cost prohibitive for others. And we do want to keep our dogs where they should be, which is in that loving home with their people. Yeah. So yeah, it's really lovely. It feels a perfect initiative to do around Christmas. Well, Rachel, thank you so much to you and the Dogs Trust for all you're doing. And it's really from the heart, and I'm sure that a lot of people who are struggling this Christmas will be really grateful. So thank you.
Well, thank you for donating as well.
Very welcome. See you
Amazing.
later.
Thank you. Bye.
Merry Christmas.
You too.
What a lovely, wholesome project that they have here at the Dogs Trust. But across the UK and the world, there are a lot of pet food banks. And they're really there, as Rachel said, to keep dogs where they are, which is in a loving home with their loving family. So if you're struggling, then do reach out to your community and see what's on offer. And if you're not struggling this Christmas, then why not give the gift of food to one of these amazing food banks? They are everywhere, and it's really sad that people need them, but they do, particularly around Christmas time. So do what you can, give generously, and help out these amazing people do their wonderful work. Happy and very merry 12 rescues of Christmas, everyone. Bye for now. I've been absolutely blessed this year to go to loads of amazing rescue centres and meet loads of wonderful rescue animals. This particular guy was a huge hit with all of you guys, and I absolutely adore him. So it wouldn't be Christmas without checking in on the gorgeous Johnny.
One of the highlights this year was volunteering at Shropshire Cat Rescue, an amazing place doing things a little differently. Alongside their rehoming centre, this inspiring charity also provides a forever home to older or sick cats that would struggle to be rehomed, but who now can live out their remaining years happily in their cat retirement village. Or in Johnny's case, his castle.
The cats here are super important. They all mean a lot to us, and there are some real characters within the retirement village that they just grab hold of your heart and don't let go. And sadly, when they leave us, they still have a place in our heart. My first cat that I kind of fell in love with here when I started volunteering with my mum was Floyd, and I've still got the picture of him putting out his little paw to my knee, and I'm like, that's my best picture ever. It was actually Marion who's kind of the main founder of this place, and it's her rather beautiful back garden that we're in. She created the retirement village from a desire to not leave old cats that people just look over every single time. You get the odd people that are amazing and go, yeah, we'll have an old cat, we don't mind, yeah, we'll sort them out. But there was so many, it was just, we need to be able to sort something else out for them. The majority of them in the village have arthritis. We've also got a couple of young cases, and then of course we also have Johnny and his special little enclosure.
Johnny is a rather special cat who I fell in love with as soon as I met him.
Oh my God, he's great, isn't he?
He is.
He's licking my face. Oh my God.
Being deaf and blind, the team have gone above and beyond to give him the best quality of life possible. It's nice to know that he hasn't changed. He still loves being on anyone's shoulder, and of course, walking time. I'm sad to be missing out on today's walk, Johnny. The team here really do go the extra mile to care for every cat's needs. And what amazes me is it's almost entirely run by volunteers.
I'm a volunteer and trustee, full-time working as a veterinary nurse. Not working, I'm being Shropshire Cat Rescue volunteer. To be a volunteer at any rescue centre, you've got to have a complete passion for the animals that you're looking after. There has to be a passion to be able to cope with the amount of dirty litter trays. But it's interacting with them and playing with them and just spending time with them. Just sitting in the village Sometimes it's just so peaceful and they just come up, sit on your knee, and it's just like, oh, this is why I've just cleaned 20 dirty litter trays. So at Shropshire Cat Rescue, we have got 3 paid members of staff, and they're all part-time. One's in the shop, and we've got 2 admin that we've recently got because we just can't cope with the workload, basically. It's really tricky. But the rest of us are all volunteers, so everyone that comes and does the cleaning and sorting is all volunteers. Through the week is about 100. Here at Shropshire Cat Rescue, if we didn't have volunteers, we wouldn't function. We couldn't do anything. We wouldn't be able to care for the cat. We wouldn't be able to home cats because we wouldn't have anyone to help with the homing. We wouldn't have people that kind of come in and go, okay, there's a hand here, I'll take it home, and get up every 2 hours throughout the night. And volunteers do that. It really is a 24/7, and you don't know what's going to come through the door. We have a huge waiting list, about 140 cats just sat waiting to come in, and they all have to be prioritised. And it's the admin volunteers. There's 2 girls that actually have to wade through that and read all the stories, and a lot of them are not nice stories. And then you get a lot of cases that have to be jumped up to the top of the pile. You'll be like, oh, we can finally get this one in that's been patiently waiting for like 2 months. We can get them in. And then you get a phone call or a message, and you can't ignore it, because if you ignore it, that cat's in danger. Whereas the other one, it's not in danger, it just does need to come in. So they end up getting jumped over because you can't leave the cat that's actually in danger, and it's really difficult and really hard for those volunteers to actually cope with it. There's just so much to do, and it's just kind of mind-blowing. You try not to think about the amount of work there is. All the rescue centres are all bursting at the seams because there just isn't the capacity to take in the amount of animals that need help. So if there wasn't the rescue centres that we've already got, then there would be a lot of cats on the street suffering and in poor health and not being fed and starving. It doesn't bear thinking about. It already hurts you because you know there's cats out there already that's happening to, and you know that there is, but there's nothing you can only do so much, and that's what a lot of volunteers can start to struggle with. So we try to support each other as much as we can, because we know there's stories, and as soon as you hear one of the stories, you're like, oh my God, we've got to get them in. And you're like, but where? So it's really, really tricky. It's tough sometimes, and you'll lose cats, especially with the retirement village. It's a lot harder because you fall in love with these guys, and then they go, oh yeah, it's my time, I'm going, and you're like, no, you weren't supposed to go yet, we wanted you for longer because we loved you. But it's the way it kind of rolls, which is why we've got all our little memory stones. If we didn't have the volunteers, we wouldn't have a retirement village, and these cats would not be here, because where would they go? No one would necessarily take them on, and you get to a point where you can't leave a cat in the pen for the rest of its life. So if you didn't have volunteers here willing to come and clean and sort out these little oldies, they wouldn't be here. They would have already gone. So sadly, when people have passed away, their cats would be going as well if there was no place and there was no volunteers to actually come in and go, I'll look after them, I'll step up, I'll do my bit, I'll clean the dirty litter trays and give them food and play with them and make sure that they're warm and safe and get vet checks and all the medication, everything that they need. It's like no volunteers means no rescue.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to get away from the vet practice, but I wanted to send everyone at Shropshire Cat Rescue some Christmas cheer.
Hello and Merry Christmas, all you wonderful people at Shropshire Cat Rescue. I hope that you are getting festive and ready to go for the Christmas period. Thank you so much for welcoming myself and the Rescue Vet team up at the start of the year. It was so wonderful hanging out with all of those beautiful cats in the retirement home. And of course, thank you to Johnny for taking me for a walk. That was quite an experience. I do know how much Shropshire Cat Rescue does rely on the amazing support of all of those volunteers. Such dedication, particularly this time of year where you are all giving up your Christmas to look after those lovely feline friends. So lots of love to you all. I have sent some presents on behalf of myself and the Rescue Vet team, and of course a very special gift to Johnny. Lots of love
Very Merry Christmas to all of you, and thanks for everything you do. Bye. And I have a very special guest helping me with my Christmas deliveries.
Oh wow, these must be the presents from Scott.
Even though the cats don't really know it's Christmas, we make sure they know it's Christmas because it's nice for the volunteers and it's nice for us. So on Christmas Day, it will be the volunteers spending their Christmas day with cat litters, trays, and all that sort of fun. But some people are like, it's not my shift, but I'm going to come in because I'd like to, and they feel like that's what they really want to do. And then others will come up in the afternoon just to spend and sit and have time with them. Some of them bring up extra treats for the cats, so if there's leftover turkey, the cats get an extra treat that day.
Now I'm hoping Johnny likes his present. Always a worry at Christmas time.
Here you are, Johnny, we've got you some presents. Now you're back from your walk.
This vibrating catnip toy should be the perfect gift for a cat that navigates the world through touch and smell. And I'm so pleased he seems to like it. Phew.
For Johnny and for many of the cats at Shropshire Cat Rescue, they've already found their forever home. It's right there with those amazing band of volunteers who give up their Christmas to give all of those lovely feline friends some love. So do remember that volunteering is just so key to helping many rescue centres both here in Britain and around the world. It's such a lovely thing that you can do this Christmas. Whether you want to just cuddle a cat or walk a dog or clean out a rabbit's hutch, maybe just work in the charity shop or even just do some washing up for them. That's going to really help that rescue centre and it will make you feel good. I know that for a fact. I've been doing that all year and I'm going to continue to do it here on Rescue Vet. If you're interested in volunteering, then contact your local rescue centre. And if you're considering volunteering or doing it already, then do throw a comment in the messages below. Happy 12 rescues of Christmas, everyone, and I'll see you back here tomorrow on Rescue Vet. Bye for now. Hi everyone, Dr. Scott here. Now you may not be aware, I was pretty shocked to find out that 250,000 animals every single year here in the UK go into rescue centres. Around the world, that number is hugely inflated, and all of those animals need our help.
We've never seen this amount of demand for our care.
Abandoning rates of dogs at the moment is through the roof.
More and more cats just desperately needing help.
The North Clwyd here, we've got a waiting list. Last time I looked, it was around 600 dogs waiting to come in.
They need to go into rescue centres and they need to be able to given the opportunity of good health care and a second home.
The waiting list for dogs coming in is the highest it's ever been, and obviously with the cost of living, the price of looking after our dogs is the highest it's ever been as well. So we need your help to make what we do possible.
So here's a list of all the things that you can do to help rescues and rescue animals, and not all of them cost money.
So a few of the ways that you can help us are:
adopt. Now, of course, Christmas may not be the right time to adopt because there's loads of variables that you're bringing in. There's loads of family members, there's trees, there's food. There's a lot of stuff going on, but adopting animals, of course, will always be a great way to help rescue centres.
Here at Shropshire Cat Rescue, we always try to encourage people to adopt and not shop for kittens.
If you want a dog, go to a rescue centre and see what they've got.
Rescues are they're special. They've come in for different reasons. They've all got different backstories, and we just find that rescuing a cat fills your heart with joy.
People always think that a rescue is full of old dogs or naughty dogs. That is not the case anymore. We have so many different types of breeds, so many different types of ages, sizes and all sorts. And I bet you'll find your perfect match if you come to an animal rescue. So please come along.
We want as many dogs to go into their forever homes.
Volunteering, something that I'm really passionate about.
Time's a really big one. Most rescue centres struggle for time. So if you can come in and help out in any way, like at North Clwyd Animal Rescue, walking the dogs, sitting with the cats, working in the cafe, even doing paperwork for reception, volunteering on reception. There's a laundry that just 24/7, just running, doing all the bedding and stuff. People help out in the laundry. There's 1,000 ways to help your local rescue centres.
Head to your local rescue centre, get in touch and ask them, what can I do to help you in the great work that you do to help rescue animals? everyone can do with some extra cash, particularly the rescue centres. They work on a shoestring budget.
Obviously, we need money to make what we do happen, so any donations are always greatly appreciated.
So at Christmas, if you've got that spare cash, or you're kind of doing the, I don't want to buy Christmas cards, I want to donate money instead, or you're kind of going, I don't want presents, I want you to support this rescue or this rescue, that's amazing.
They all are about donations and getting support from their local communities. So anything that you can do, whether it's selling cookies, whether it is doing a garage sale, whatever it is that you can do to raise some funds for those rescue centres, they will really appreciate it.
There are various different ways you can help rescues. It can be simple as putting food into a food bank when you're going out of doing your Christmas shop.
Whether that's food, toys, old bedding from your dogs, and this helps to keep other dogs in their forever homes.
Donation doesn't have to be just cash. It can be some of the possessions that maybe you have around the house that you don't need anymore.
You can donate your unwanted items, whether that's old bedding, duvets, towels, everything. We'll use them in our kennels, and the dogs absolutely love all their bedding.
Or the slightly boring stuff like blankets and newspapers and towels, things like that. Just do think about what else you could donate that isn't necessarily cash-based.
It could be in donations of dog food, cat food, treats, toys, anything. Anything will help a rescue animal.
But the more you can do, the better. Even if it is donate your old leads and beds that your dog doesn't use anymore. A lot of rescue centres have shops. Donate your stuff to the shops. Help them raise money that way. There's many ways you can help your local rescue centres.
By supporting our charity shops or our gift shop or even the cafe, it all comes back to looking after the animals here. So any money you spend in there all supports the rescue animals at NCAR. So please come and see us, because it really does help us.
Sharing a post on social media. Now you might just think that by liking something or by sharing that you're not doing much, but actually what you're doing is broadening the reach.
This gets the word out there about our dogs, and it costs you absolutely nothing.
So share everything that you see on social media about rescue centres, and you can really help them. One thing you can do is sponsor an animal. It's a great gift to give to someone that you love who also loves animals.
Buying a sponsorship package for a friend, going, oh, they'll love the retirement village, I'll sponsor the retirement village for them for Christmas. And that money all goes in and helps feed and provide veterinary care for all the cats that we have in care.
Fostering is an amazing way for you to be able to support rescues and rescue animals without actually take on the full-time responsibility of having a pet.
Fostering is so valuable. It's the best thing that we can do. It prepares that dog for a forever home, because obviously we get lots of dogs coming in from different backgrounds. They might have been astray, they might have never lived in a home. So being able to provide them with a place which is a home environment best sets them up for their forever home and allows us to get the best indication of what they will be like in a forever home too.
You're really giving those animals the best chance of finding that forever home eventually. So do consider fostering.
There really is lots you can do to help.
Thank you for all your support. It means everything to all of us at the Dogs Trust and charities across the country.
The more involved you get, the better, and it helps everybody. Because if the rescue centre is well supported, it can then rehome the dogs quicker, which then unclogs the system of all the stray dogs being dumped in the backyard, breeders, the effects of those. So there's a big knock-on effect to the whole society. So supporting your local rescue centre is a fantastic thing to be doing with your time.
It's a tough time that we're all living in, so I appreciate everything and anything that you can do to try and help rescues and your local rescue centres. I'd really appreciate it. I love that we've developed this community, and hopefully we're all inspiring each other to try and continue to support rescues and rescue animals and animals generally. So do your very best, and I hope that you've really enjoyed this video as part of our 12 rescues of Christmas. Hi guys, Dr. Scott here. Now I know that Christmas and the winter season can be a particularly difficult time of year for a lot of people and their animals of course, but there's a number of amazing charities and support networks to help and hopefully make you feel less alone. There shouldn't be any stigma to reaching out for help for you and your pets.
Christmas is a very expensive time of year for everybody, and obviously we're here to help anybody we can.
Do have the bigger rescues, do have schemes where they can help you and support you if you need help with anything to do with your pet, to try and help make sure you can keep them with you. and it is a tricky time.
So here are just some simple ways that you can reach out for help. Just to say that, of course, I'm based here in the UK, so these are UK charities that I'll mention, and this is by no means an extensive list, so please do your own research. I'm sure around the world that there are similar initiatives run, so do have a look for support in your area. If you know of anywhere in your country that can help people and their pets, then why not put a comment below and help all the rest of our lovely viewers. But please do your own research and ask for help if you need it, as there's always help out there.
People can get help from various different places.
So there's multiple different ways that you can get help.
Vet bills, they are expensive, and I know that they do catch people out at times when there's emergencies or sudden injuries or illnesses that really do catch you off guard. That's why it's really important to get pet insurance, but there are a number of great charities that can support you in that regard. Do check out the Blue Cross, because they do provide some level of financial support if you're eligible, so it is worth going and checking out their website. Pet advice and behaviour, there is so much on the internet. On Rescue Vet, our YouTube channel, we've got the Ask the Vet series, so go back and watch those. There are so many places where you can go and get advice which isn't necessarily going to the vet and being charged a consult fee.
And if you're struggling with training and behaviour, your dog's going to be a nightmare over Christmas because you've got family coming around. There are trainers or behaviours or people going to help you with this sort of thing.
We have a behaviour support line, which any person that owns a dog can call up and receive behaviour support, whether that's to do with loose lead training, with barking, with any other problems that you might be facing. We're here to help.
There's so many dog trainers doing incredible work on social media and the internet that you can delve into and just try and get a little bit of advice and encouragement to continue to work with your dog. None of us are perfect and we all make mistakes, but together, with a little bit of effort, usually these things come right. Pet bereavement. A lot of people remember the animals that they've lost and the people that they've lost around Christmas time, because it's a time for family, right? But when it comes to pet bereavement, no, there are a number of support lines like the Blue Cross and the Dogs Trust. They provide these support lines to be able to chat to someone, to just, you know, let it out, to get it off your chest and to speak of the furry friends that you have lost and to try and find a way through. But that know that there are really lovely, wonderful people out there that are on the end of the phone that are providing a free service to support you during pet bereavement. Pet food banks. It seems like a relatively new consideration, but it's a really vital one.
Please have a look online for your local ones. They are really good. They can help you out in really sad times, and just make sure your pets are all looked after as well at Christmas.
You know, rescue centres would rather give you food than you sign the dog over to them.
So you can come in and grab whatever you need, how often you need, and that includes stuff like, you know, dog coats, grooming equipment, all that kind of stuff.
Speak to local rescue centres who might be able to direct you towards them, but it's a great place that you can go and make sure that your pet does have a meal this Christmas. I hope that Rescue Vet to some degree tries to dispel the stigma around rehoming animals. If you're in the situation where you are considering rehoming your pet, then I know that must be hard, and my heart does truly go out to you. Do reach out and speak to your local rescue centre, because there isn't a stigma. When they see there is a real need for that animal, they are going to want to help you. So please do reach out to rescue before you consider abandoning your pet or anything else. It's just really important to put that animal ahead of yourself for that moment. It will be really hard, and my heart does go out to you if you are considering rehoming your animal right now.
We want the best for you and your dog, so if it does come to the decision that you have to hand over your dog, we're here to help as much as we can. We want you and your dog to have the best life as possible. So there's no pressure when reaching out to us that you have to make a decision on the day. So we would much prefer you to have a conversation with us and talk through your options and feel confident talking through your options before making a life-changing decision.
Please, just as many rescues as you can contact them, because one might have a space appear quicker than we have a space that suits your cat better than the space that we've got suits your cat, because every cat's an individual. And
we want you to feel confident handing over your dog to us, and that they'll receive the best care and, you know, help that they can, and get them ready for their next home.
If you're watching this video and you're thinking about rehoming your animal, my heart does go out to you. I really do hope that you can find the help that you need and you make the right decision, which is both for you and for your animal as well. Homelessness. Many of you may or may not realise that a lot of people choose to be homeless because they can't find accommodation for them and for their pets, so they choose to stay on the street so they can stay together with their beloved furry friend. There are some amazing charities, certainly here in the UK, Dogs on the Streets, and also Street Paws, which provide food and lodgings for people on the street, but also the dogs. They get care, they get veterinary treatment, and they also get food as well.
We have our Together Through Homelessness scheme, where if you are struggling, we can point you in the right direction to find dog-friendly accommodation for you and your dog.
Know that there are people out there that can help you both. One of the reasons why people have to rehome their animals is relationship breakdowns.
Yes, so during Christmas time we do have a few more inquiries. Sadly, this time of year, it tends to be more ones where it's actually domestic abuse, and some people just won't leave until they've found safety for their pets.
Our Freedom Project, which helps people who are fleeing cases of domestic violence.
It is just such an important service to mean that those people aren't kept in a situation of danger because of their animals, and instead they can find safety and refuge.
So you can get in contact with us where we can talk to you about your different options and getting you and your dog into a place of safety.
The lovely thing is it's temporary accommodation for the pets, and when the person is back on their feet again, they will be reunited with their beloved animal. If you're going through this situation, know that there is help at hand. Reach out to the local rescue centres. I'm sure they'll be able to direct you in the right way to be able to find the support and the help that you and your animals need. Well guys, I hope that some of that might be helpful to you, but also if you know anyone in your family, your friends, the local area that might be struggling or have difficulty with any of the issues that I've raised, then please do send this to them.
We're always here to help. We never want you to feel like you're alone in this situation. Times can be tough and situations can change. So, you know, give us a call, come talk to us and talk through your options, because we want the best for you and your pet.
So please, if you're struggling or an animal is suffering or you know of anything, please just give us a call. We can give you advice and we will help you and guide you in the right direction.
We're all about trying to help and support people to try and keep their animals together with their beloved owners, and also helping and support rescue and rescue practices around the UK and the globe. I'm sending you lots of love and Christmas wishes. Bye for now. Hi everyone, Dr. Scott here. Now recently I had such a lovely time when I visited the Wonky Donkey Centre, a beautiful place where donkeys that need rescuing and rehabilitating go to get the care that they deserve. And they've just sent me a little letter. Now I'm not going to let you know exactly what resides within this envelope, but have a look at this and I'll show you at the end of the film. Hi everyone, Dr. Scott here, and I am at the Wonky Donkey Visitor Centre. It is a beautiful place in Yorkshire, and they rescue and rehabilitate and treat donkeys that have been neglected. Donkeys that have been left on sides of roads, ones that just need a lot of love and care. There's a lot of nervous donkeys here, ones that have been here for a while, and a new recruit. So I'm here to come and check out the new arrival. It really is a wonderful place that is supported by huge amounts of volunteers from the local area. It's a joyous place, and a place where donkeys can come to rehabilitate, and actually it is their forever home. That's a lovely one. Who's this? He's massive for a donkey, isn't he?
This one is Samson.
Hi Samson. As in Samson and Delilah, because
Yes, exactly.
Built like a tank. So what's his story?
So he's about 4 years old now, so he's still only young. He's part mammoth donkey, which is why he's so big.
I've never even heard of that. Mammoth donkey?
So American
just a big
mammoth
massive donkey.
Yeah, American mammoth donkeys, but they can be as big as 16 too.
Wow.
So I'm quite glad that he isn't that big, because he is very, very strong.
Yeah.
But also he's had a lot of malnourishment, so he was literally just skin and bones when he came. All of his legs aren't as straight and developed as they should be, I think because of that. But he's just a lovely chap. He's had a lot of abuse, which last summer in particular, when we first got him, took a long time for him to work with him and for him to feel comfortable around us. But he's doing really, really well. He's very popular.
I just don't understand how people could abuse. I mean, how can they abuse any animal to start with? Any innocent creature, I just don't get it. But donkeys are so soulful and so calm and so gentle and funny. I can't believe that someone would direct aggression at them. It's unfathomable to me.
It is, it's awful, and I often think a lot of the times that donkeys are misunderstood because they are gentle. You can move them just by touching them. They don't like pressure, they don't really need it. We don't really need head collars with some of them. They'll follow you about. They're really highly intelligent, and I don't think a lot of people realise that. They call them stubborn and things like that, but they're really not. They're amazing, amazing animals.
Amazing.
After walking around and seeing some of the donkeys here at the Wonky Donkey Rescue Centre and Visitor Centre, it's filled me up. It's so lovely that these animals have been given such an amazing second chance, because the world that they've endured up to this point has been pretty horrendous until they get here, and then it's donkey heaven. And it's such a lovely place, you know, all the volunteers that work so hard here, they're so happy to be here. It's a huge responsibility, but they do it with such good graces. They are just really good people, and to be around people like that makes me feel good. It's great to know that there's other people out there that have the same love and dedication towards animals that I do. And I know that many of you feel exactly the same way. It's a real story of love and hope. And I visited this particular sanctuary about 7 years ago for Vet on the Hill, and I'm really excited to be back here to see Jenny and her mum Jackie again, and to see all the donkeys and to see how this wonderful sanctuary is getting on. So after visiting Wonky Donkey, I absolutely fell in love with Samson. He's such a gorgeous boy, isn't he? And so I kind of thought, being Christmas, it's all about giving, isn't it? As well as receiving. And so I think it's a wonderful thing that we can all do to support rescues and welfare centres around the world by sponsoring animals that are in their care. So you don't have to always rescue an animal yourself. They can do the work for you, and you can just help them with a little bit of finance along the way. So I'm just going to show you this. It's in here we have sponsored Samson. So welcome. This beautiful boy is now part of our rescue vet family. We have adopted him. He's super handsome, I think you'll agree. And he is now part of the family. So I hope you'll give him all the love and support you can. And of course for Wonky Donkey as well. Let me just quickly read you this. So it says, "Dear friend, thanks for adopting from me at the Wonky Donkey Visitor Centre. With your support, I can now be cared for and looked after by our top team here at Wonky Donkey. You can now come and visit me, and I'll get to learn a lot about you, my new adoptive parents, or family as it is us. Here's my story. I was rescued by Wonky Donkey team in June 2023, along with my friends Prim and Daisy. All three of us originally lived in Ireland before being brought over to the UK by ferry. I turned 4 years old in 2023. I've always lived in undesirable homes, and I've been severely starved my whole life. When Jenny and Jackie rescued me, I was very weak and struggling to stand up because I was so thin. You could see every bone in my body. Upon arrival at Wonky Donkey, I was given my own stable, the first time I've ever had any kind of shelter. I laid down all evening on my first night there from exhaustion. On my first morning, I couldn't believe the hay, grass and carrots I was given to eat. My belly had never felt so full. I quickly became very good friends with my human Jackie, who saved me from a very uncertain fate. My favourite thing is when she brings me treats and scratches my shoulders. I can't believe how lucky I am to live here, and I am looking forward to spending my life at Wonky Donkey. I hope you will come and visit me soon. Love, Samson. So there you go. Samson is the first inductee in Rescue Vet's big adoption family, and if you have got a little bit of extra tucked away behind the sofa, then why not considering adopt your very own sponsored animal. Lots of love. See you soon. Merry Christmas. What I love about Christmas is the joy of giving, and volunteering gives you that same warm and cozy feeling. And so what's better than volunteering as one vet at a rescue centre, volunteering as a gang of vets and vet nurses as we descend on the Cotswolds Dogs and Cats Home. Over the last few months, I have been working alongside Improve Veterinary Education. They're an amazing company that help to support vets on their educational journey, because we need to continue to learn and update our knowledge and our skills to be able to support other vets and vet nurses and animals in the field. And it's just such a wonderful relationship that I forged with them, that they have said, of course, we're going to come down and help at the rescue centre. So they're going to get stuck into the work and try to help as many animals as possible here over Christmas.
I am very excited to come and do some volunteering. It's something that I've got an absolute passion for animals. I just love them. All of my animals are rescue. I have 3 cats. I was only supposed to have 1. And I have a rescue rabbit as well. So coming in, friends and family are saying, can't wait to meet your new cat on Friday. But I'm saying, absolutely not. I can't have another cat. So yeah, it's just nice to be here and to be able to help and give something back.
You know, I'm a veterinary surgeon at my heart. To come to a rescue centre and find out a little bit about the work that they do, and to hopefully in some small way have our team volunteer and give some time to helping the cause. Really excited about that.
Hello, hi, I'm Scott. Hi, Haley, how are you?
Thank you for
Hi,
this is the gang from
International. Nice to meet you.
Education.
Hi guys, welcome to the Cotswolds Dog and Cats Home. Thank you so much for coming. I hear you're up for a bit of volunteering today.
Yeah, eager and ready.
Brilliant. So we've got lots of cats to cuddle, a few kittens to meet, and a few things to clean as well. So we'll get you really back involved.
Sounds good.
Get your sleeves rolled up.
Thank you so much. Cotswolds Cats and Dogs Home have been providing care and support to vulnerable animals in the community for over 80 years, supporting over 1,000 animals every year. Hello, pretty cats.
3, welcome. So we've got lots of cats in here that need some enrichment time. We have a minimum amount of requirement of enrichment that we have to spend with the cats and dogs, but we're about 3 times that minimum requirement.
So what's the minimum requirement?
It's about 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
It's quite small.
I can hunt for more than 45 minutes a day.
We provide as much wraparound care as we possibly can. So we operate from 8 AM to 8 PM.
Right.
And we have lots of lovely volunteers and corporate groups that come in and help with that enrichment group. So that it's just helps us spend more time with the animals, really.
Oh, I love a bit of cuddle time at Christmas. Perfect. Perfect.
And with some kittens in as well at the moment.
Kittens.
So,
Kittens, everyone! Who's on kitten alert? Where are they?
Kittens and Christmas, you can't go wrong.
Are they in there?
Yep, they're just down there.
I have a feeling you might have a new home here for one.
Is there enough to go around?
Yeah,
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah.
And then you can pick her up now.
Oh. Hello, baby. Looks like you gave birth to a cat there. Oh, look, it's a girl.
I never wanted children.
You've got one now. Very, very hairy.
You got a cat instead.
Beautiful.
She's taken some home with her already here, look.
We might have to check Julia's pockets before we leave.
Too cute. And if my kids see this and I didn't bring this little one home, I'm going to be in the bad books.
Maybe I need to check Aiden's pockets too.
Fallen in love.
Yeah, she's.
Stop it.
Okay, the whole team's then. As much as it seems like volunteering is all about cuddling kittens, it's not. So it's back the kittens go, and it's time to roll up our sleeves. Pat everyone down before you leave.
There we go. Last one. Come on. Pass it over.
Right, now you lot get to work. That's it. Kitten cuddling is over.
Right, now let's get some work done.
We also have just had an animal go home, which is very exciting, but we've got so many coming in that the next one's coming in tomorrow, so we've got to clean out their pod to get them ready for the next one to come in.
So who wants to be on scrubbing duty? Who's good at... Who's got some strong... Yeah?
I'll take one for the team. I'll do the scrubbing duty. That's fine.
Yeah, so clear everything out, and then we're going to put all of the laundry into our laundry room, and all the toys and everything go into the sluice room to be cleaned.
We've separated into cleaning, enrichment and playtime duties.
Yes, automatically start folding. Probably not really much point, is there?
And somehow I've ended up in charge of the laundry.
Oh my gosh, this is not my washing machine at home. On, yes. 40.
Who was in litter tray duty?
Sure.
Turns out you are, Aidan. Waiting for my washing to be ready, I've joined Team Enrichment to meet more of the feline residents at the home.
There we go.
So this is Garfield.
And I noticed that he's got something called entropy, which is enrolling eyelid. So is he going to be having surgery soon for that?
Yeah, so he'll be having surgery for that soon. So we will be probably putting out a fundraiser to help us raise money to be able to do the operations. So our vet bills are quite expensive. So there's a lot of animals that need a lot of care. But we will obviously do everything we can to make sure they're happy and healthy in order to find a new home.
I wonder if the face-up will help, because he's got quite a grumpy face.
Yeah.
So they're like, hi everyone, I can see now. I'm feeling great.
The face definitely help.
Yeah, and that's, I suppose, potentially one of the reasons why he was rehomed in the first place.
I expect so. So yeah, the times are quite difficult for a lot of people at the moment. It's one of our #1 reasons why we're seeing animals coming into us. Vet care is expensive, and it's really hard to look after your animal without providing that essential care. But we do offer low-cost vet clinic to members of the public, and it just hopefully prevent animals coming into us because they can't provide the care that they need. And yeah, just trying to keep welfare and animals accessible to vet care when they need it.
Yeah, God, you're a bunch of good eggs, you are.
Yeah.
Garfield is due to have his surgery at the on-site vet clinic, which are providing life-changing treatment for the animals in their care. Whilst the cats are being well tended to by the rest of the improved team, Aidan and I are off to meet one of the dogs, who was recently a patient in the clinic.
Hello, you! We have a waggy tail today. We do, hello!
Whose names are you? I'm gutted. Hello, you must be Amy.
I am.
Hi, I'm Scott. How are you?
Nice to meet you, Scott. Great to meet you.
I'm Aidan. Nice to meet you.
Fantastic to meet you, Aidan. Welcome. This is Poppy, the star of the show. She's all about the men. She loves the men.
Does she? Well, we're lucky. We're happy to provide that as a bit of a Christmas gift to Poppy. So, first things first, just me looking at her as a vet. She's covered in scars. What's going on there?
She is. Unfortunately, when Poppy arrived in our care, she was in a pretty sorry state. She was incredibly malnourished. As you said, covered in all of these scars. There was a lot of food competition in a multi-dog household.
How many multi are we talking?
We're talking at least 5 dogs in the household.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I think Poppy was probably at the kind of the bottom of the pecking order whenever food was around, and took the brunt of that, unfortunately.
So it wasn't a pecking order, it was a biting order, and she got bit a lot.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's some really sizable wounds. And we just have a look at this scar, which particularly worries me here. Like, that looks like that's healed as an open wound. That's just been left.
Absolutely. So this has got the classic telltale signs here of a wound that's absolutely healed by what we call second intention healing. So this is a wound that ultimately, if she had had the appropriate care, you and I would have sutured this wound after providing the necessary first aid. This has effectively been left open, and as you say, over time it just has contracted and closed. And also she's got skin here now that's actually quite vulnerable to being re-traumatized, and it's probably quite a sensitive area. Oh, this is the worst, isn't it? But there's so many. So it's horrific to think that she's not only lived with a wound like this, repeatedly sustained trauma over and over.
Yeah, it's a pretty sad
from
time.
those that should have been protecting her.
A lot of the injuries apparently are also where she was trying to squeeze out of kind of the garden gates to get away from the dogs.
So this wasn't a one-off event. This was something that was happening repetitively.
Unfortunately, Poppy does show signs that she's experienced quite long-term neglect and obviously injuries from other animals. Not only obviously her body appearance, but when we checked inside of her mouth, she quite clearly needed some severe dental work doing. So she had at least 2 canine fractures in her mouth, and then when she went in for the dental, they ended up actually extracting 7 teeth altogether. Oh, wow. So yeah, her mouth would have been incredibly painful for her, as well as that competition for food and the bullying from the other dogs in the home.
Oh my gosh. And in the end, was it just a case where they couldn't look after them effectively? They couldn't feed them all? Because that probably is a big reason for competition, is food, right?
Absolutely. And I think unfortunately that's something that we are seeing really commonly now, is that people are struggling with the cost of living crisis, the mounting vet bills, and unfortunately a lot of the time people are making really difficult decisions when it comes to how they prioritise what they're buying in for their families and for their pets. So I think food competition is really big, and we're seeing a lot of malnourished animals coming into our care.
And real pet food poverty, I guess, then.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Gosh. So in terms of the dental treatment then, as a practicing vet, I know that can be a considerable cost associated with that. How did you manage to provide that for Poppy?
Well, fortunately, we have some amazing supporters in our community who did very kindly give us some money as a contribution towards that procedure. But as you rightly said, those procedures are incredibly expensive, and Poppy is just one of around 280 animals that we've helped so far this year through our rehoming services. So you can imagine that those bills really do mount up.
One thing that seems to be apparent across the rescue sector is that animals that need significant surgery are the ones that are going into rescues, because the cost of living crisis has meant that people can't afford to pay the vet bills. And then they're landed with you. Kind of, we talk about rugby, the hospital pass. It's like you get a dog that needs to go to hospital, you've got it, and you need to fix it before you can pass it on to a new home, because they probably won't take it if the dog hasn't had those issues corrected. So that's a huge financial burden on the rescue centre.
It's massive. We now see the vast majority of the animals that do come into our care do have long-term medical issues that have been left untreated for longer periods of time. So therefore, by the time they come into our care, they are actually already quite compromised, and therefore are going to need more extensive medical treatment.
What she's dealt with, it's amazing how dogs can respond so beautifully.
She captured everybody's hearts from the minute she walked in, and I think it is just that we can all see she's had a very difficult life, but yeah, somehow she's just kind of taken this in her stride, and perhaps she realises on some level that we're here to help her and here to give her a new start.
The story is so inspirational to hear of her journey, and as vets we, I guess, can forget that sometimes, because we typically day in day out are dealing with pets that are owned by our clients that come in. They've got that bond already there, and we take that for granted sometimes. So coming and meeting pets like Poppy, I suppose, make what we're doing here, and it reminds you why we became vets in the first place.
Absolutely.
I think for Poppy though, to not have a family around Christmas, it's just that little pang in the old heart, isn't it?
So, I mean, on that note, the good news is that we've got some great news for Poppy, and that's that today she's going to be going home with her new family, so she gets to spend Christmas with her new family in a loving home.
That is such amazing news. Wow. And it must be so amazing for you guys at Christmas to think that she is going to be in a loving home on a couch watching the Christmas films.
Absolutely. It's why we're here for this job. It's definitely the best day, is watching them go home. And then we always keep in touch with our adopters, and they'll send us through fantastic photos of them enjoying a little Christmas dinner. And it's so lovely. Best part of the job.
Christmas present for you and for her.
Absolutely.
Oh.
It's heart-wrenching to hear what this little dog has went through, and I think the bit for me is when I first met Poppy and I saw the scars, I made the assumption that this was a one-off. To hear her story and find out this was a repetitive trauma that she sustained over and over again is really, really heart-wrenching. But I guess there's a silver lining here, isn't there, that the team here have done such amazing work rehabilitating her, getting her the treatment she needed. And despite the fact that some of that treatment was quite extensive and quite specialised, they were able to find a way to do that. You know, particularly at this time of year, to see those happy endings, I mean, you leave feeling heart-warmed, and to know that there are people, you know, like we have here at the centre, that are doing this work on a volunteer basis, raising funds, and you can see the difference it makes to an individual life here. And they've helped hundreds of pets this year.
We're off to meet Dr. Mo, one of the brilliant vets here at Cotswolds Cats and Dogs Home that has dedicated her career to helping rescue animals.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's Scott and Aidan, and this is...
Nice to meet you.
Carlos.
Carlos, hey.
So he's a 10-year-old Persian.
He's quite lean, isn't he? But certainly a bit matty as well.
He was quite lame and getting lots of poo stuck around his bottom. So we've given him a good check over, we've given him vaccinations for the inworming, but we've noticed that along with his lameness, he's also got quite bad teeth. So there are a couple of things that we're going to need to sort out for him.
Have a little look. Shall I dive in?
Let's go for it, yeah. Quite inflamed around his seal tooth. Both sides actually. Is he not eating well then as a result of this?
It's difficult to know because he's obviously just come into the shelter environment.
This is taking a lot.
With that, but,
do you get a history before they're handed over into your care?
We had a bit of a history, but there was no veterinary history.
Sure.
So I don't know if he's been seen by a vet before.
Heartbreaking that it's happened over Christmas as well.
I think it's a lot for animals go through a lot, but hopefully now they're here we can get him the treatment he needs. And we were going to go ahead and just do his teeth, but because he was older we've taken bloods first just to check there's nothing going on, and then we're going to get him an x-ray first before we do his dental, just to make sure there's nothing going on with his lameness.
And that's one thing, unfortunately, that the charity's yet to stretch to, because we know imaging is expensive. So that must be, you know, a little bit heartbreaking and a bit frustrating as well as a clinician.
Yeah, I think we work very closely with private vets nearby, so we'll be able to get him an x-ray, but it's expensive for us, and it would be lovely to be able to do it here, but at the moment we don't have that.
So it'd be much more cost effective if you could provide that in-house.
Yes.
I guess time efficient as well, wouldn't it? Because you could effectively be getting on with his treatment and care.
And speed up his journey for rehoming, because that's at the end of the day what we want to do, get all his veterinary treatments done so he can get a new home.
And as a rescue vet, because that's what you are, there are a number of procedures that we see probably disproportionately in rescue that maybe you don't see as a general practitioner. What would you say are the ones that you see, and you know, do you want to try and advance your training to be able to tackle those cases?
I think we've seen a lot of brachycephalic dogs recently, and we have a lot in rescue that are struggling, and we try and if we can afford it, get them the BOAS surgery they need. But again, that's not the skills I have at the moment. That's something that I hopefully might be able to learn to be able to do that.
Well, funnily enough, I've come along with Improved Veterinary Education today, and we'd like to give you a present, actually. We'd actually like to give you a free course to go and study the BOAS training.
Thank you. I think that makes
Merry
a huge
Christmas.
Thank you. Make a huge difference to animals here.
That's our hope. You know, we're all about helping vets progress in their careers and have that fulfilling career. But ultimately, the reason we all do this is to provide the welfare needs for the pets. So if we can empower you to do that and achieve that, we indirectly are helping these guys also.
That's amazing. That'd be a real. Personally, it'd be a great thing to do, but for the charity, it would really make a difference. So thank you.
I can certainly assure you, you'll have a wonderful time on the course. It's a tremendous program, and I think you'll develop skills during that and the knowledge that you can put into practice immediately.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Yes.
As you crack on with you, and hopefully you eventually will find your way to a new forever home, fingers crossed. All right. Merry Christmas. See you later. Bye.
And I look forward to meeting you on that course.
As vets, we need to produce bills, and unfortunately, they are quite expensive. It's because of all of the things that we need to provide and offer your pet to try and make them better. And not only is it the education of the vets that plays a role, but it's all the equipment that they need as well. And being here, it's very obvious that those two elements mean that veterinary bills are one of the highest expenses that they suffer. But us vets really do care about your animals, and we care about wider animals. That's why vets and vet nurses decided to go down this road and choose this vocation. So it's great to bring a whole bunch of them together to remind them that you can volunteer as a vet, as a veterinary nurse, doing everything and anything you can to support local rescues in your area. And our image has copped a little bit of a knock over the last few years because of price rises. But just remember that your local individual vet, they were a child that just loved and cared for animals, and that's why they've chosen the job. So please do be kind to them as they try and be kind, and hopefully do what we've done today and support more rescues as volunteers.
For me, this is super important. I'm a specialist and I spend my time working with typically pets that come in with pet insurance. The owners are very motivated to travel long distances to come to our hospital to access that specialist care. But to actually come here and see this good work that goes on all the time, it's a great reminder of the reason I became a vet in the first place, and the importance of the work we do. I used to volunteer on a Wednesday evening at a Blue Cross hospital. And to me, that was an important thing that got me through my specialist training, because when you go to those charity centres and you can just provide care because it's needed, very, very simple, basic things, and see the big impact that that's having. And that's what these guys do here day in and day out.
Poppy's new owners have just arrived, and myself and Aidan can't wait to wave her off to her forever home for Christmas.
And it really drives home the importance of fundraising, because without that vital fundraising, the Cotswolds Dogs and Cats Home couldn't have afforded the surgery that Poppy desperately needed. And now this beautiful dog is on their way to a forever home, all thanks to the great work of volunteers.
Yeah.
Here she is, a little Christmas cracker. Hi. You must be Poppy's new owner. How are you doing? I'm Scott. How are you? Hi,
Hi, Ian. Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We're the lucky ones going to take Poppy home, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, that's amazing. And you're already seemingly bonding very well with her.
Well, she's a very friendly dog, isn't she? So I don't think it'll take long for her to settle in, I don't think.
No.
So, yeah, looking forward to it.
And why is it that you've decided to get a rescue dog? Because around Christmas time it can be tricky to get a new animal and bring it into a new home.
We have previously had a rescue dog, and he was just so lovely. Unfortunately, he passed away not long ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And the house just felt very empty, and there's just so many dogs that need rescuing, isn't there? So we'd much rather get a rescue dog, and she's just wonderful, so why not?
Well, it's not about replacing, it's just about giving another home to an animal that really needs it, right?
Exactly. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. And Poppy certainly needs that. She's had a tough history.
Yeah, I know, she's quite an older dog as well, so we quite like that idea as well, just like however long she lives, just give her the last few years just as much love as we can, really. So.
Oh, Nick, what a champion you are, mate. That is so beautiful, and she is just such a lovely dog as well, and I know she does need a lot of love and affection and attention, and it seems like you're the man to give it.
Well, fingers crossed, but yeah, no, she's a gorgeous girl, so can't wait to get her in.
Oh, mate, well, congratulations. Merry Christmas to you.
You too, mate.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Yeah.
Best of luck. She's a real pet.
Yes. See you later, guys. Merry
Best of
Christmas.
luck. Happy Christmas.
Bye, Poppy.
She's pretty happy, eh?
Oh, so happy. All of her Christmases have come at once.
Absolutely. Both theirs and hers.
Yes. Yeah.
What a fantastic end to a brilliant day volunteering alongside the team at Improve International. Seeing the incredible work that is being done to help animals both in rescue and community by the Cotswolds Cats and Dogs Home, who are so driven to providing all animals with the vet care and treatment they need.
There's so many animals out there, especially post-COVID, that need homes, and that there's nothing wrong with them. You know, they're beautiful and they come from so many different stories and heartbreaking stories. You know, and it's give something back. I just think there's a lot of kindness missing in the world. And what I love about this industry is there's a lot of kindness in it.
The Improve team have been so touched by Poppy's story, they want to give a little Christmas gift to help future animals in the centre with their vet bills.
And from Improve International, we'd like to say a very sincere thank you for welcoming us today. And we've been very touched by Poppy's story, the wonderful work you guys do here for hundreds of dogs that have gone through the same kind of ordeals that Poppy have gone through. This is a small donation on behalf of Improve International to help support you continue in this important work. We've met many of your team today and heard about how this kind of investment can really change what you do here in providing that care and hopefully having more happy stories like Poppy's.
We've also got all of our presents. We ran a donation at work, a box. So we've got all in here, some bandanas, some treats in here. There's a couple of ball throwers.
Oh, brilliant.
Lovely.
To distribute out.
Brilliant. Well, it looks like they'll be getting Christmas presents on Christmas Day.
Well, yes.
Thank you so much. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, everyone.
Thoroughly enjoyed ourselves, and it was great to do something, especially at this time of year.
Brilliant.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Working with the vet team here at the home, it's heartbreaking to hear the amount of animals that need veterinary care, and I'm very glad that they're here now and they're getting that urgent care that they desperately need. And then also Poppy, oh, Poppy, what a beautiful dog, put through so much discomfort, but she's on her way to a forever home, and that's all down to the care and dedication of everyone that works here. But the veterinary care is vital, and that's the part that us vets can really help with, whether it's discounting bills, whether it's volunteering at your local centre, whether it's helping to educate other vets that are working in the welfare sector to be able to perform procedures which will be much cheaper for the home in the long run. All these things can be done by the veterinary fraternity, and I know vets, I know vet nurses. They are ultimately, to their core, very good people. They're good, animal-loving people, and I know that they will want to get up in their droves and help welfare. So if you're a vet or a vet nurse and want to sharpen up your skills, then check out the link in the description below. Or maybe you've got a vet or a vet nurse in your family and you want to give them a really great gift. Well, check out the link. There is a discount for the veterinary courses put on by Improve, so go and check them out. But honestly, if you can't, you're not a vet, and you want to work out how to help, volunteer. It's so simple, and it's a really easy way to help rescues and rescue animals. So merry 12 rescues of Christmas, everyone. Have a good one. Bye for now. Hi everyone, Merry Christmas. I hope you're all feeling really festive, and today I am at the Dogs Trust for a really special day. I am so excited for this. I've been promised that this will be the cutest Christmas festive experience than you could possibly imagine. There's about 80 dogs here at the moment that are in rescue, and they deserve a Christmas too. So apparently Santa will come visiting and there will be some presents, and we get to see the dogs open them in their amazing fashion. So come and join me. Hello, how are you doing? Merry Christmas.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I'm Scott. And who's this?
This is Rocky.
Hello, Rocky. Hello, mate. He's a happy boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he loves greeting people.
Oh, he's beautiful. And how long has he been here at the Dogs Trust?
So sadly, Rocky has actually been with us over 600 days. So
Whoa.
663 to be exact.
Oh, that's a few Christmases. How sad is
Yeah,
that?
I think he's looking at his third Christmas. So yeah, he has already left us once, but did get sadly returned.
Right. Well, I mean, he's a lovely natured dog and beautiful as well. What do you think is the reason that he's been here so long?
He does normally wear a muzzle in public.
Right.
So indoor spaces with known people is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But out in the world where he can see wildlife and particularly dogs, he is what we call dog reactive.
Yeah.
We have been working on it, and with his time here, he has now got some off-lead doggy friends, but he does remain muzzled for that.
For his safety in there.
Yeah, so it's not that he's actively going to do something that's completely dangerous, if you like, but it's for his safety, other people's safety, because he does show that reactivity. And in unknown situations, it's better to protect everybody, and including himself.
Yeah, so whilst we can't offer him a home maybe this year, hopefully soon, it's all about giving presents today, isn't it?
Absolutely. So this is our annual Dogs Trust gift giving Christmas tree present that all of our dogs get to experience, and they get to choose their own toy.
Well, he seems intently interested. He's looking like madly at all the toys and treats and things. Well, considering we're both in some fairly extensively Christmassy hats, I think we should go over and get stuck into that Christmas tree.
Let's go, Rocky.
Come on then. Wow, look at this. Wow. It's like Christmas exploded. It's all the Christmases that came at once.
There's plenty to choose from.
Look at this. Very interesting. I wonder if the presents give an indication of their personality. Like, is he a foodie? Does he like his toys? What kind of dog is he, Rocky?
I think he's more treat motivated.
Is he?
Yeah, definitely. Those nice tasty smells, and that's what he wants to sniff out, and goes with the breed, really.
Yes, yeah. There's lots of food and also lots of treat. I mean, frog or a
definitely,
or a Christmas tree. I mean, it's just so many things to go for.
Definitely, he's definitely enjoying that.
So where do all the toys and treats come from?
A lot of the times they're donations, and we have some lovely supporters, that's both companies and people, that donate to us and to all of our other centres.
It's a really nice way for people to help at Christmas, isn't it? To just offer some toys and treats and things for dogs in rescue.
Definitely. I think where they're spending some time in kennels, it's really nice to have some new toys, new smells, different textures. It's all really important for their everyday being in this environment.
And of course, a lot of people working in rescue don't get Christmas off. How do you sort of manage that? Is it something that you sort of take on the chin as part of working for a rescue and working for the dogs?
It definitely comes with choosing this career, but all throughout the year it's massively rewarding. We're in it because we love it, and we love the dogs, and we want to see them enjoying happy lives. But yeah, it's for the love of the job.
Look, he doesn't seem that interested in toys, so should we just go with the food, eh?
Yeah.
Are you led by your tummy? What's this? What's this? Yes. Now, you can't eat all of these at once, okay? Because otherwise you'll be going to the vet on Christmas Day, which also is not cool. There we go. Yummy.
That'll do. That was nice.
There we go, Rocky. Oh, Merry Christmas and lovely table manners as well. Very good. I can't believe your legs. Look at those. So long. Aren't they?
They're runway ready.
He is. He needs to sashay down a runway straight to his new forever home, don't you, mate? Hey, don't tell him I gave you two. Okay, good boy. Oh, is that delicious?
She'll soon burn it off.
Yeah, well, yes, a very athletic boy. There you go. Good boy. All right, so other doggies to come. I'm going to give you those. Thank you so much.
You
Lovely
so
to
much.
meet him. Merry Christmas. Hope you get a present. Bye, buddy. Bye.
Let's
See
go,
ya.
Rocky. Come
Hope
on,
you get a new home soon. Good boy. See you later.
Come on.
Bye.
Come on in, Ruby. Should go find
Whoa,
a tree.
whoa, look at this. Hello, you. Wow. Hello, gorgeous.
Wow.
So what's this dog's name?
This is Ruby Cube.
Ah, hi, Ruby Cube.
Oh, Ruby. Oh. Ruby. That's not a branch.
She's chosen the whole Christmas tree as her present.
You sniffing?
Yeah.
She just loves it all. You know it, don't you? Hey.
Wow, she's really loving it.
She absolutely loves any form of attention, whether it's treats, toys, or fuss. She's just so driven by it.
Now you're on your second present already. Goodness me. She's a real try before you buy kind of gal, isn't she? She's sort of tried most of them.
She likes to make sure she's picked the best one out of the bunch, definitely. Her kennel is always packed full of different toys and things like that, just to make sure she has the best time ever in there.
And what's her personality like?
Just a huge cuddle bug and just loves anything to do with being sat on your lap or anything like that. I do think she thinks she's at least 10 kilos lighter than she actually is, bless her. Hey. She loves to sit on the sofa and have a cuddle. She loves going out as well for her walk. She thinks it's the best thing ever when she gets to go off lead and charge about. She loves her doggy friends as well.
There is so much of both of those things.
Have you got a frog? Have you got a frog? Have you? Good girl.
And what's her story?
So she was brought into us a couple of months ago, so she has been here for a little while now.
Yeah.
She was brought into us just because she has really bad separation anxiety, unfortunately. She has been rehomed twice already, and both times has come back due to that.
Bless her.
She's just looking for someone who wants to spend the whole day with her.
Right. She doesn't want to be left. So she's going to make someone a really lovely dog. I mean, all the tenants are there. She just needs to find that forever home.
Yeah, she just needs the extra time to be able to settle in. She does take a little while to settle, which is something we're working on here with her. But she just needs someone to understand that she's going to take a while. She doesn't like being left, unfortunately, bless her. So just taking that extra time to say, you know, it's okay, I am coming back.
you're not getting left again.
Yeah. Maybe just rehome you somewhere that they don't have ducks.
Yes. Hey, do you like the duck? Do you? Hey, good girl. Nothing better than a squeaky toy. Have I got the duck? Clever girl. Good girl, Ruby. Is that your picked one? Hey.
Is that the one you want? Looks like it. Well, I'm very excited to see what the next dog brings. The same level of mayhem will be brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Come on in, Milo. Let's go take a treat.
Hello. Oh, you're an incredible looking fellow. What's this guy's name?
This is Milo Jr.
Hello, Milo Jr. I mean, what are we saying he is? I mean, I'm thinking if his dad Milo was maybe like a beagle or something, and then crossed with like a Jack Russell. I mean, it's an interesting mix.
We're not entirely sure. Apparently there's hints of Chow Chow in him, but we can't say for certain. All we know is he is 100% love. He loves having a cuddle, loves food, anything related to food. He's such a handsome little boy.
How long has he been with you here?
He's been here with us for a couple of weeks. He did have to have an eye operation, so he wasn't able to be rehomed at that time. But he is now booked and will be hopefully going home next week.
Oh, really?
So we're all going to miss...
home for Christmas.
Yes, exactly.
How nice is that?
We're all going to miss him a lot here. He's such a cuddle bug once he gets to know you.
Yeah.
He picks some treats.
Oh, and his tail just doesn't stop wagging, does it? He's such a happy chap. Hey? Merry Christmas to you. Look at him. Yes. Yummy.
Wait, no, these ones are going over here. Look, here. You've got to share them with other dogs.
Oh, it's amazing that he gets to go somewhere for Christmas, because that mustn't happen very often, because it's a pretty tricky time for families to take on a new dog, isn't it?
So we have to be cautious with, obviously, Christmas being set up. There's a lot going on, so depending on which dog, depends on how close to Christmas they can go home, really. But he's such an easy, lovely dog that we feel confident that he's going to be able to cope really well in the home with everything Christmas related going on, bless him.
Well, he's being very polite around this particular Christmas tree and this amount of presents. Unlike Ruby before, it was like a whirlwind.
He has got a few more manners.
Calm and collected chap, isn't he? He's still a little bit on the thin side, so it'd be nice to have him fattened up for Christmas.
Yes, yeah, we
not
are.
That way, but, you know.
We are definitely trying to get some weight on him, which is why he's allowed any treats from under the Christmas tree, anything to try and get him back up to a right weight for him.
Yeah.
He does love anything food related.
Hey, don't tell them. Don't tell them. You don't need to sit really, because he's so close to the floor already, isn't he? You know, sit, stand, it's the same thing. Ready? Boy, nice and gentle. How beautiful, incredible blue eyes as well, doesn't he? Look at him. It is such a lovely idea that you've come up with to allow the dogs in rescue to choose their own present. It's just such a wonderful thing. They can't choose their home, unfortunately, but they can choose a gift. But I noticed this Christmas tree here as well. What's this one?
So this Christmas tree is for all the dogs that we have lost since last Christmas in rescue lesson before they could get a home. So it's just a nice way so that we can include them in Christmas.
Dogs that were in care but just unfortunately have passed.
Yes, yeah.
And people are able to add their own dogs as well that they've lost in their own lives as well, whether they're from rescue or not, which is just a nice way to memorialise them.
Well, yeah, it is a time for family, and you do remember your furry family friends as well, don't you? So, yes, I'm going to do one for my special doggy that's passed over the Rainbow Bridge, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
Perhaps we are not worlds apart. Let the light in.
Still got to memorialise. She's still got like a big picture and a footprint, and I haven't been able to scatter her ashes yet, and it's been about 3 years. So she'll probably be staying with me for the long haul. But Merry Christmas, baby. Well, ladies and little gentlemen, thank you so much for having me. It's just been such a treat for them and for me. So, Merry Christmas to all of you. Hey, and have a great time at your new home.
Good boy.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Yeah.
Come on in, Milo.
Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.
Bye.
like such an emotional moment, wasn't it, to hang out with those dogs? And on one hand, so joyful to see them playing around, scurrying around, trying to find treats and toys for Christmas. But that bittersweet element of the fact that they, well, for two of them, don't have a home for Christmas. So it's just such a lovely campaign they do here to be able to offer these dogs that little bit of joy around Christmas. I'm sure it lifts the spirits of the workers here as well as they look after these dogs, forgoing their own families during the Christmas period. So maybe this might be an idea for you. Why not find some toys or treats that might be around your house, ones that maybe your dog isn't using, ones that you've had from before, and bring them to your local rescue. It really does brighten up the day, not only of the people that work here, but the rescue dogs themselves. Happy 12 rescues of Christmas, everyone. Mwah, lots of love.
Hi everyone, Dr. Scott here. I'm actually just driving to a lovely charity called Dogs for Autism. They basically help to train dogs to support children and adults with autism spectrum disorder. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware that I was given my adult diagnosis last year, but that was after my two youngest children were also diagnosed with autism. As a vet, and as an animal lover, I've always realized the importance of animals for support and their ability to read us and to help us, even when they don't quite understand what the problem is incredible. This particular charity works incredibly hard to make sure that these dogs are equipped for life alongside someone with autism, and it can truly be transformative. So I'm looking forward to introducing them all to you, particularly Buddy, very, very handsome young dog who's learning to be an autism support dog.
Dogs for Autism's poster boy is gorgeous Buddy, who has enjoyed newfound fame thanks to appearing on the TV show that I'm resident vet on, ITV's This Morning. Buddy has become quite the celebrity, rubbing shoulders with the presenters of the show, to A-listers like Julianne Moore, Sir Ian McClelland, and Jeff Goldblum, Simon Cowell, TV presenters Anton Deck, stylist Gok Wan, comedian Miranda Hart, and musician Brian May, to name a few. During his rise to stardom, Buddy is constantly supervised by the founder and chief executive of Dogs for Autism, Hilary Armour. And right from the very start of his journey, Buddy and I have had a very close relationship.
We've only found a lesser spotted Dr. Scotty. Look! I don't believe you signed the Buddy portrait yet.
I haven't, but I'm very keen to. I would love to.
We're going to watch it for charity.
I like the real thing better, but sure.
He is loving that.
I needed a bit of a bloody snuggle this morning. Well, this is his job, isn't it? Being an autistic support dog, and he's doing exactly that with me.
Today, I've been invited to a special training session for Buddy at the Dogs for Autism HQ in Alton, Hampshire. Before I get to snuggle Buddy once more, I first want to catch up with Hilary, who is a qualified dog trainer, animal behaviourist and teacher. Throughout her teaching career, Hilary has specialised in teaching autistic students with learning disabilities.
Hello, Hilary. How are you?
Oh,
Great
Scott,
to see you.
Hi. Lovely to see you.
And you as well. Who's this gorgeous girl?
So this is Daisy. This is Marcus's assistant dog, my son.
Yes.
Yeah, he's with a carer out and about today, so she's come in to work.
Oh, hello, beautiful. So tell me a little bit about your son, Marcus.
Marcus has quite significant learning difficulties. He is non-conversational, so he can speak, but he can't have a conversation. Can't read or write, but his dog tells him if a problem's starting to occur. So Marcus is now 18. He's had an assistance dog since he was 8 or 9, all trained through Dogs for Autism. Because of my background as a dog trainer and as an autism teacher, we trained our own dog to start with, and that's how Dogs for Autism started. And Daisy is his second assistance dog.
And how does Daisy
work at supporting him through his autism?
His dog gives him an early warning of any meltdown he might be having, and that's helped him to learn how to manage and regulate, which is amazing. It's been life-changing for Marcus, because his meltdowns used to be very, very frightening for him, for everybody else.
For you, I'm sure too.
Yeah. And the trouble was afterwards he would be bereft, because this huge outburst would happen. Quite often he would damage things or hurt himself, sometimes when he was younger hurt other people. But Daisy has helped him learn to recognise when it's going to happen and make choices about getting to a safe space, even for someone with his level of learning disability. We never dreamed that would be possible for him.
And what's the advance warning time like? I mean, it's just probably momentary.
No, it's about between 20 minutes and half an hour.
Wow. I mean, that is transformative, isn't it?
Yeah.
For her to know that Marcus is going to hit trouble in 30 minutes, it means that you, as well as a parent, you can deviate your approach. You know, it's all about diversion, isn't it? About giving them something different to do, something positive, changing the scene, breaking them out into a different space. I mean, as a family, that must have changed your life. And I suppose that, as you say, is the catalyst for why Dogs for Autism is such a big part of your heart and your life.
Yeah. I think it's hard to explain sometimes to people what an autism assistance dog does. They all do task work, like deep pressure therapy, leading people out of busy environments so that people don't get stuck in a busy environment, to give them independence. There's a whole host of tasks that they do, which is important to an assistance dog. But if you're living with autism and you're trying to navigate the neurotypical world, it can be very difficult. And if your dog can help you recognise when things are starting to go wrong deep inside, the independence that can give a family and a young person is
huge,
utterly life-changing.
Yeah.
And when you have people who had almost become very isolated, they didn't feel they could leave the home, and when you've got them going out and working in jobs, commuting, getting on a train, it's as life-changing as a guide dog is to a blind person.
Yeah. So how can people support the charity?
Fundraising for the charity is tough.
Yes.
And it's like climbing a rock face of mud. And the reason for that is because we're in the bottom of a financial crisis, and people can't give their money away because they don't know what's coming around the corner.
Yes.
My message is, if lots of people give a little bit, we'll be okay. And for Dogs for Autism, we're just asking as many people as possible to give us a little bit, so that we can just keep that momentum going, and we can plan and train, run the training centre, make those partnerships that utterly transform people's lives.
Now, I know that Buddy's here, and I know that he's training outside, so I might just go and say a quick hello.
Yeah.
So lovely to meet you. Well done, Daisy, and all the work you're doing for lovely Marcus, and well done you as well. Incredible work. All right, see you in a bit. As Hilary said, volunteers are the lifeblood of many rescue and charitable organisations. I'm now about to meet one of those valuable volunteers, Anne, who's taken in the beautiful Buddy into her home while he completes his autism assistance training journey.
Hello, Buddy. Hi, you must be Anne. How are you? Nice to meet you. Hello, how are you?
Look how big you've got. My gosh, how old is he now?
He's 11 months old.
11 months old. Now, I understand that you're the lucky lady that's been able to foster him. How's that going?
I am, yes. He's great fun. I love having him at my home. Buddy's my second dog, so we really enjoy fostering. It fits in with my work and my family, and it's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, and a lovely way to sort of help these dogs that are on this sort of superpower journey to help people with autism.
Absolutely. I'm really special to be part of the charity.
And how is Buddy taken to the change? Because it's quite a transition, isn't it, from living with Hilary and Daisy and Marcus to now being in a different family environment and lots of new skills that he's learning too.
Yeah. We did it over a week. We did staying at mine, went back to Hilary's during the day, just over for a week and a half. And then after it just seemed to settle in really well.
Well, buddy, I know you're at school at the moment, and there's Gemma. Hello, Gemma. Hannah Scott. How are you? Lovely to meet you. So you're taking over on all this training and helping with getting this boy kind of ready for the next level. So he's kind of gone to big school, hasn't he now?
Phase 2.
Yeah, phase 2. So tell me, what does phase 2 look like for him?
So now Buddy's hit his teenage years, he's more ruled by his hormones. So
as all teenagers are,
they
yes.
stay with mum and dad in the safe zone, and then as they get a bit older, mum and dad are a lot less interesting, so they want to go out and explore.
Yes.
So yeah, it's basically just rehearsing all of the training again and again and again.
And what sort of training, like, can you show me a little bit of the sort of training that you do?
So Buddy's practicing something what we call place work, so that's where I say, Buddy, I say, Buddy, bed. He'll go and find his bed himself, and he'll go and lie down and make a boy.
Very impressive.
And so the name of the game is Buddy just needs to stay on the bed. You'll wait for him till he goes down into a flat. And the set.
Good boy.
So when we first practice this, it's just me and Buddy in a completely empty room, no distractions. We just build up the duration that he's on the bed, and then when he can do that, we start bringing in things like other people, other dogs. So in real time, when he's placed, when he's out and about in restaurants, supermarkets, he knows he can do a flat and just ignore everything else that's going on around him.
The flat technique is something that you use because down is a bit of a word used a bit too much with dog owners. We're saying down all the time, including the kids get down. So for dogs, it's probably clearer to say flat. Right?
Yeah, because it's not very often people say flat all the time. If the dog hears down in different contexts, they just become desensitized to it. So when you do need to say down to the dog, that they don't listen because it doesn't mean anything.
So, Gemma, how did you go about training a dog to be an assistance dog for people with autism?
So it's basically he needs to have all of the attributes of a really well-behaved pet dog, but he needs to be able to do it in lots and lots of really distracting environments. So really busy places, pubs, restaurants, supermarkets, anywhere where he needs to be able to cope with lots in his environment and be able to keep rock steady and be able to support his partner that he's placed with.
And how do you actually train a dog to alert that their partner may be suffering with dysregulation?
Yeah, so that's going to be different for every dog. So each partner will have their own way that they want them to do that. So an example might be the dog might just bump them on the leg with the nose. They might tap them on the arm with the paw. They might just come and stand in front of them and lean and look up at them. But we match that to how each individual would want it.
As far as Buddy's journey, how much further through training is he expected to go before he gets partnered with someone who will support?
So we aim for stage 2 to be about 12 months, but sometimes it's different for every dog. Sometimes they need a little bit less, sometimes they need a little bit more. But the main thing is we need somebody that matches them. So it's not a case of you have one list for the dog and one list for the person, and whoever gets to the top there gets to the dog. Each one has a really, really detailed profile. What do they need their dog to do? What do they like in a dog? Do they want big dogs, small dogs? Then we write all his strengths and weaknesses out, and then you match.
Well, I'm sure that anyone will be lucky to have him, and it'll be like all their Christmases are cold.
Yeah.
He's just such a lovely dog, isn't he?
He's gorgeous.
Yes, you're a good boy. I'm very proud of you. Well done, mate. And Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Hi, guys. So you've met Buddy now. He's absolutely gorgeous, and he's doing so well on his training journey. But one key thing about Christmas is that actually it is a stressful time for a lot of people that suffer with autism. And that's because it's quite loud. There's lots of new people. There's lots of change in the normal routine, and that can lead to stress for all of us, but particularly for people with autism. So these dogs being by their side makes such a huge difference to their quality of life by basically calming them down, keeping them centered and keeping them grounded, and making sure that all people, including those with autism, can enjoy a wonderful Christmas. So it's been an incredible day being back here at Dogs for Autism. The team here, led by Hilary, do such amazing work to train these dogs to make a real difference in people's lives. People with autism are all very different, like all of us are. And these dogs are trained to suit, and they really do provide an invaluable service to transform those people's lives. It really is a wonderful thing. So if you're thinking about supporting a charity, why not support Dogs for Autism this Christmas that could really do with a lovely gift just from you guys. Please do subscribe to the channel and also like this video so that you can help me help more rescues here on Rescue Vet. Bye for now. Say bye, buddy. Bye. Bye. Hi everyone, Dr. Scott here. So around Christmas time, I think many of us think not only about the people that we're going to share Christmas with, but those that we can't. And that includes the furry friends that maybe we've lost along the way. And this year, sadly, I had to say goodbye to our beloved cat, Rickets. He was a rescue cat, originally from Portugal. He just sauntered into our flat one day and stayed. He came back to the UK with us, saw all of our children being born, and had to put up with all the dogs that came after that as well. He was such an amazing character and such a beautiful cat with such charisma and vitality. He used to walk with us, with the dogs, to the park and just tell the other dogs off and then walk back. He was just such an amazing cat, and we absolutely adored him. And also, I think any cat owner will know that that adoration that they show you and only you is really quite special, and he definitely did that to myself and my wife. So we're very grateful to have him for the nearly 18 years that we did. And this year is the first Christmas that we won't have him, and so wherever he is, we do send him all of our love, and hopefully he's found Betty and given her a bit of a snuggle too.
Hey Dad,
Hey Gwen, how you doing?
yeah, I'm doing good. What are you doing?
So, I just thought that I was just finding some of Rickets' bits and pieces.
Aww.
And there's a lovely charity called the Cotswolds Dogs and Cats Home.
Yeah.
And they did this really cute thing where they put shoeboxes together for the cats that are in rescue over Christmas.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah. So what I thought that we'd do is maybe put some of Rickets' bits that, you know, obviously he doesn't use anymore, and then give them to another cat who'll want to use them.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you miss him?
Yeah.
What was your favourite thing about Rickets, do you reckon?
I love how even though he was like the oldest and he wasn't like too, like he wouldn't run around that much, he was somehow in charge of every single animal that came into the house.
He was boss cat, yeah.
Like he immediately took control of Mango. Like Mango knew his place.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And it was just that he was always there. Like we had him for 18 years, so before all of your kids were born.
I know.
And so he was like the eldest child in a lot of ways. He knew Betty, so he remembered Betty from when she was with us and saw all of you being born. He sat on Mommy's tummy and was there as all of you came into the world, and you know, told you all off at various points. And he was always such a big character, wasn't he? But still a sweet-natured lad. He was just always there, wasn't he? So
we always knew that it was Rickets, then us.
well, most cats would say that they are the number one.
Yeah, they are
the most important.
They're higher beings.
Higher beings, indeed, yeah. So I've just got some of his like little sort of favourite things. I remember this was kind of his sort of doppelganger, like his doppelganger toy.
Yeah, I took that in my room.
Yeah, he used to love that ball, so that can go. And then, because he was a bit of a star, that was a star in the sky. What do you think? Quite nice. It's a nice idea, isn't it, for people to be able to use toys and maybe even food that they've got at home that they're not using and repurpose it and give it a purpose over Christmas, which is a lovely Christmas gift. So
yeah, it would be so great to have to know that a cat is going to have nice things.
Yeah. Although Woody, he'd probably be a bit grumpy though. I go, Woody, Scott Denzel, what are you doing giving away my toys?
No.
And also his most least favourite thing. He'd be very happy to give away the nail clippers. So you can put those in. Goodbye nail clippers.
Sold, bro.
He wasn't really keen on grooming, so that can go in.
Yeah, that was kind of his job for himself.
That was his little favourite blue ball, and then his little squishy, plushy thing. Lovely. Close it up. And then stick that up there. We love you, Rickets, wherever you are.
Love you, man.
But there we go. Nice new present for a cat that really needs it. Yeah. Merry Christmas,
That's
man.
how you do it. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Hello. How's it going? I'm
Yeah,
Scott.
good.
How
Hi,
are you?
Scott. I'm Hayley. Nice to
Hi.
meet you.
Shoebox appeal.
Ah, yes.
It's that time of year again.
It is.
So
Fantastic.
exciting. We've put this together. It's quite a special thing from my daughter Quinn and I, and it's full of treats and things that actually are from our beloved cat who's just passed. So he was Rickets, he was 17. We had to say goodbye to him just recently, and we love him very much. But we thought rather than them being wasted, we thought we'd love to bring them here.
That's
So that's on
fantastic.
behalf of us and Rickets.
Thank you so much. It's so nice that you've donated your pre-loved items for them to be used again, and the cats will enjoy them here just as much as Ricket did. So thank you so much.
The shoebox business, it's yet another English tradition that I have no idea about. My daughter had some awareness of it, but tell me sort of what the origins of it were and how you're using it here at Cotswolds Cats and Dogs Home.
Yeah, sure. So we asked members of the public to fill up a shoebox, either for a cat or a dog, and it could be filled with lots of different items. So we put out a bit of a wish list of what animals like to play with and treats they like. And then on Christmas Eve, Santa Claus comes along and places a present under each of their doors and by their kennels and cat pods. And then on Christmas Day, the members of the team will open them up with them so they can just enjoy the Christmas just as much as if they're in their forever home.
Honestly, can't cope with how cute this is. This is such a gorgeous idea.
Yeah.
And what a lovely thing, because, you know, the cats probably don't know it's Christmas, but they may.
Yeah.
But the people that are working here and giving up their
Yes.
Christmas Day with their families to be with the cats, what a joyous thing for them to be involved with. It must be so wonderful.
It's fantastic. They all wear their Christmas hats and their Christmas jumpers. And yeah, like you said, I think everyone here loves the animals and cares about the animals so much that being away from their family for the day isn't so hard because they're providing that love to the animals here as well. We also have lots of volunteers that come in on Christmas Day just to spread that extra love as well, which is fantastic.
And so if people don't have a shoebox, they could probably bring in anything and everything in any kind of receptacle necessary. What are the kind of things that you could really do with here at Cotswolds Dogs and Cats Home?
So they can be either bought items or pre-loved items as long as they're in good condition. So our dogs love all natural chews and they'll keep them busy and enriched for some time. Balls, tennis balls, and the cats love pom-poms, magic wands, any little treats. So anything and everything that your animal would love, our animals love too. Well, Scott, would you like to help me put out a few ready for Christmas Eve?
I would love that.
Perfect. Do you want to take the very
I
special
will,
one? Take that one.
absolutely.
Grab a couple more.
Thank you. Oh, wow, that's amazing.
And we'll pop them out ready for them.
But don't drop them, I'm no Santa. Hi guys, Santa Claus is here. There we go. You get the special one.
Pop one out for this one here.
Merry
Lovely.
Christmas. Well, how thoroughly adorable was that? It's just too cute for words to have a little present that you put together with love and you drop it off to your local rescue centre, and the cats and dogs and whatever other animals are there and the workers themselves get a bit of joy on Christmas Day. And for us as a family, you know, we've lost our boy, we lost Rickets. I know a lot of you out there are probably missing family members, whether they be human or animal, so sending you lots of love. And maybe you haven't heard of the shoebox appeal either, nor had I. Why not start it in your local area? Put a box together, put everything that you could possibly imagine that a welfare centre would like, food, treats, etc. All that goes in there, whether it's pre-loved or whether it's brand new, pop it in, wrap it up, and then bring it to your local rescue centre, because I promise you, you will put a smile on someone's face, whether they be human or animal. So happy 12 rescues of Christmas, and lots of love to all of you. Bye for now. The very first video on Rescue Vet was at North Clwyd Animal Rescue. Now, I didn't know them before I went there, but I was really struck by how amazing the place was. A family-owned rescue centre that Nikki's parents started, and the love that they have for rescue animals just seeps through the entire team, from Nikki and Owain to Adam to Alistair, Laura and Corinna and the vets, and all the wonderful volunteers there too. Just brilliant people doing brilliant work.
At Christmas, it's always challenging. Throughout the year, we always have the same situation, but at Christmas, obviously, it's going to be a little bit more. We have more animals being brought into our care and more animals on our waiting list, sadly. Last time Scott came to visit the rescue, we had over 400 dogs on our waiting list. Unfortunately, that has increased over to 600 dogs waiting to come in. Unfortunately, it's a sign of the times. Currently is the worst situation I've ever seen. I've worked here for over 20 years and I've never seen this situation of the amount of animals that are needing our help. It's very sad to see, and it's horrible to know what the future's going to bring. At the moment, we can't see a future of it. It's really horrible because we've got so many animals here that need in our care with so many behaviour problems. How are we going to help all these 600 dogs that are on our waiting list? But we do everything we can, and we've got wonderful behaviourists here, and our staff are fabulous, and we work with all these animals every single day to give them the best what we can. Christmas Day is a lovely day at the rescue. Obviously, we are all here. The staff still have to come in. There's still 86 dogs that need to be walked, over 150 cats that need to be looked after. But Christmas is a very special day. We don't have really volunteers on that day. We just make it our staff day, and we go out for a lovely festive walk. They all have festive turkey for their dinners, which people support throughout the year, try and support it. And yeah, it's a lovely day. And they all have their own Christmas presents as well, which is fabulous. So yeah, Scott actually sent me a little video message. Should we have a look?
Brilliant. Okay,
and
go for it. Yeah.
Hi, Nikki, and hi, the lovely team at NCAR. It's Mango and Dr. Scott here. Just wanted to wish you all just such a Merry Christmas. You do such wonderful work. You help so many animals every single year, and you work all the way through the festive period. I know you do. And so I just wanted to say how grateful I am on behalf of everyone that supports Rescue, that, yeah, you are my hero, and I'm so grateful for everything that you guys do for the animals of your local area. Mango also is so grateful that he's wearing something very silly as his dad. So Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you get a chance to have a little bit of respite from helping out with all the animals. Lots of love from Dr. Scott Mango. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. He's asleep already.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! It's asleep already. I think it's what Scott sent over here.
Oh wow, what's he got?
A load of muzzles from Muzzle Movement.
Oh, amazing.
With the brilliant ones.
Fabulous.
Plenty of different sizes there. That's
that'll
cool.
be handy.
Yeah. Got some U-Move tablets as well.
Oh, perfect.
Good for the older dogs.
Oh,
and
brilliant. Yeah, that's always what we need.
Squeaky reindeer, obviously.
Well, a little bit of
brilliant.
festive cheer.
And a massive bag of food, which will get us somewhere
amazing.
around. Oh, cool.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
These are good, aren't they?
These will be really handy for the dogs that we need to muzzle train.
Yeah, they will.
Because they're pretty sound quality by the look of it.
Definitely.
And they're very sturdy, especially for the flat-faced dogs. They're big.
Perfect.
Types. Yeah,
exactly.
So you don't get many of this shape, do you?
No, they're perfect, aren't they?
These are fantastic. Muzzle movement, so you know they're going to be quality.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. Right, I'll go and dish all this out then.
Oh, brilliant.
Next
Enjoy.
place.
Have fun. See you later.
Come on, Phoenix.
Donations are how we live. How we continue the rescue as we are. Obviously this time of year we always try and do appeals to get donations. and it's getting harder and harder every single year. People haven't got the money, they haven't got the spare cash anymore because of cost of living so much. But if anyone can save and spare a pound, it makes a massive difference to rescues like us and to others across the country. So if anyone would like to donate, then please head over to our website.
I mean, the importance of donations to NCAR is just immeasurable. If time, money, items for the shops aren't donated, we'll just lose money. Shut. That's it. Put the dogs down. You know, it's a really, really difficult thing. There's no other support except for what we can raise ourselves, and all rescues are in the same boat. There's no money from the government. There's no support anywhere else. You can apply for grants and loans, they're hard to get, and everyone's after them. So being supported by the local community is massive. So time's amazing, money's amazing, things that keep the shop moving, it's amazing. People volunteering to help out in the laundry, doing the gardening, you know, keeping the place looking nice. It's all fantastic, and without it, the place stops. So it's not a little business on its own, it's a little business that needs a community to keep it going. Christmas time is a difficult time of year because you don't want to see dogs see Christmas after Christmas after Christmas in a rescue. And also, you tricky rehoming dogs at Christmas because that whole dog is for life, not just for Christmas. It's still a genuine thing. People still give their dogs up too quickly after Christmas. So we're good at rehoming here. We do our best to make sure we pick the right homes. So getting a dog out for Christmas into its perfect home, that's a massive win. Everyone loves that. It's one of the best things. And to see it over the Christmas day in a family, you know, what more could you want?
Rescue centres cannot run without donations, so if you can spare anything at all this Christmas to either NCAR or your local animal rescue, no matter how small, I know it will mean a lot to them. Now, if you can't afford to donate, then do see about volunteering your time. It's such a valuable thing that you can do, or give any of the unwanted items that you might have around your home to a charity shop. Everything helps. Happy 12 rescues of Christmas, everyone. Bye for now. Hello everyone and Merry Christmas. I hope you are having a wonderful festive celebration. Lots of love to you and yours from my family and obviously from a beautiful Mango as well. Now I know that Christmas time can be a bit of a difficult and tricky period for many of you. So if any of you are out there struggling or not having the greatest of time, then Mango and I are sending you lots of love and snuggly kisses, aren't we? Yes, sending you lots of love. This is the last of the 12 rescues of Christmas films. Can you believe it? We made it all the way to the end, didn't we? Yes, we did, Mango, yes. One of the highlights of the year, of course, is rehoming, rescuing Mango here. He has been an absolute dream. He's such a lovely boy and he's just given me so much. So I'm very, very grateful for you, even though you are a bit naughty sometimes, aren't you? A bit naughty. But he has been an absolute dream and you've all fallen in love with him like I have. So that's been wonderful to see. The most magical moment when I got to tell Quinn that we were going to be taking Mango home.
He's very cute.
Yeah, so Quinn, guess who's coming home with us today?
Quinn's my second daughter. She's the one that has that real animal spirit within her, and to share that moment of getting to rescue this boy was just amazing. And yeah, she was just so happy, and it was a beautiful moment. So I'm so glad that I got to share that with all of you guys as our family has got bigger and we've been able to help this boy, and he's helped us all right back. So yeah, it's been really lovely. It's been a great year and we're really looking forward to continuing to produce loads of great content for you. Particularly, we are going to take Rescue Vet international. So there are so many really exciting films that I think you're going to love that we're going to be showing you next year. And that's travels far and wide, helping people working in rescue organisations and animals that do need our care and our help. I'm quite proud that I've been able to set up this lovely little community called Rescue Vet
and I've set it up because I'm just really passionate about rescue, about supporting animals that have had, well, not the luckiest start in life, and animals across the world, whether it be wildlife, whether it be farm animals, and whether it be companion animals that just need a bit of TLC and some love and some respect. And I feel that with all of you guys, I have accumulated a wonderful band of people that feel the same way, and that's really humbling and lovely. Even setting up the Chob Vet, my new veterinary practice, we are really focused on supporting local rescue centres. We've got a number of them coming along, and already we're making a massive difference. And just getting to treat those animals and give them the love and care that they deserve has been absolutely wonderful. So Rescue Vet will be coming at you next year, full force. There's so much still to see and to do. We'll be coming to you live from the new veterinary practice, which is coming along really nicely, the Chob Vet. And of course, I'll be going far and wide around the UK, supporting rescue centres in Britain, and just meeting some of the incredible British characters that do care for rescue animals here. And it's, yeah, it should be a wonderful ride. Hope you'll join me. I just want to send all of you and yours the very merriest of Christmases. Lots of love. Thank you so much for all of your love. We do really feel it. Every comment we read and all the effort that you make to support myself and Mango and the channel, we really, really appreciate. So honestly, wishing you the very happiest, warmest, merriest of Christmases. Lots of love from everyone here at Rescue Vet. Bye for now.